It's not live yet. Okay, right. We'll wait. Oh, yeah.
We'll listen to his live.
Have you got like a nice little thing to say about how things have gone so far? No, but I'm looking forward to what you have to say.
Yeah, so am I. That's all
Yeah.
I really do it for.
Gotta catch the people up. We
Something.
watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Almost. We just turned into Roll20.
Do you remember where we were? We were in a nightclub.
We were in Rome.
We were in Rome, and we were in a nightclub.
You're already wrong.
And
come on, you got this.
A special team busted in, and I took out the first lot, but now there's another lot coming in.
So here we are, Vampire the Masquerade, London /EU, episode 1,000,000, but more specifically, episode 72.
It doesn't sound right.
No, that is correct. 72. Yeah. Why? What's
I don't know.
What's your last
doesn't
check
sound
on it?
accurate.
Do you think it's more or less?
I think it's more, but maybe by one.
I don't know. Well, unless there's one that I haven't put up, in which case I'm wrong. But I mean, yeah. Let's do a recap. We'll figure it out. I'll retitle it if necessary. But yeah. Barry, what do you remember about our last session?
I did all that.
Yeah, well, that's why I stopped you, because I thought, well, if you're going to say it, you might as well say it to everyone.
Okay, we sent to send a message to Remus,
right?
The brother of our employer, and we found a nightclub that the Sabbat might be at, and one of us stealthily and masterfully went in, and I sat outside in a van listening to the events as she stealthily went through. And then she decided to, let's not do the stealth, let's go to getting this guy with a knife. And then everything went a little bit sideways after that.
Right, and who was the guy, and what was it about?
We got one vampire staked in a fridge.
Right.
And, well, not we, but again, my associate. She stealthily took out a vampire and put him in a fridge.
Right.
And then she came up against the guard at a door.
Right.
And the guard at the door proved to be a bit of a difficulty. And then after trying to deal with the guard at the door, everything went sideways. And now we've got special ops teams putting gas all over the place, and there are now laser sights coming through the doors and windows and stuff like that.
Right. So, did you move out of the stairwell at any point?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So whereabouts are you now, do you recall, Charlie?
I went down the stairs and I killed all the people that Vincent was talking to.
That's nice.
Because that's the kind of stuff I do. And then the room was filling up with smoke, so I started pulling Vincent up the staircase.
Right. So Vincent is, he's not in torpor though, is he?
No, it's fine.
No, I'm fine.
Right. And you started pulling him up.
I could put him
what the
in
hell?
torpor.
What the hell? Okay, cool. So that's where we left off, in the smoke?
Yes.
With the lasers?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, Vincent, would you like to make a perception alertness check?
Yes, I would.
Of course you would, because it's more work for me, because I have to roll it for you.
Well,
All right,
you know,
Vincent.
I'm an old man.
Even
You're an
on
old
my
man.
character sheet,
I
let's do I
don't-
have the wrong campaign open? Vincent, yeah, I do, don't I? I need to have Chicago open as well. All right, please hold the line as we prepare for takeoff.
Just tell me I do it really well, and it's finished.
And it's finished, just like that.
Yeah.
Just like I bought one, as they say here in New Zealand. Vincent Meyer,
What am I doing?
you're making a perception alertness check.
Looking around.
Looking around. Well, you're in the smoke in this basement area. I remember that there were people on stairs above you, right?
But there
Yeah,
was.
There was. You
There
took that
was.
one out, didn't
But
you?
I ended them.
You ended them.
Yes.
Ended them.
And then I started wearing their clothes.
Right. So you're wearing that guard's uniform now.
Yeah.
And helmet.
And helmet. And Vincent, are you
Yes,
wearing any
sir.
kind of disguise presently?
No.
No.
I'm wearing my mom gear.
Your mom gear.
With the helmet that she was wearing, and then like a jacket or something she was also wearing.
All right.
Nice.
4 successes for your perception alertness check, Vincent, and so thusly you peer through the fog that has engulfed this underground chamber that you're in the sort of entranceway to. As I recall, you've retreated down to the basement, and now you're coming up the stairs out of there. Yeah? And the space is filled up with gas, with smoke, and you can see lasers like a web above you going through the smoke, red beams cutting through.
Okay.
You see a door open briefly, and somebody hands somebody something, and then that person runs and takes cover on the floor, up on the stairs above. If you want to do anything in that moment, you do have celerity. I would allow it.
Okay. I will take him out before he hits the ground.
All right. Well, let's make a dexterity and firearms check for that.
And while no one's looking, I'm going to obfuscate like a coward.
Okay, so the brave Sir Robin ran away. He bravely ran away. So dexterity and firearms coming up. Firearms. Here we go. What was it? Did it say?
4.
Another 4 successes. Okay, cool. All right, well, you hit that mofo, and they drop to the ground, heaving as they do. And you hear something clatter out of their hand.
Okay.
You hear somebody else up there move to probably pick it up, you assume. You hear it slide.
Yep.
The concrete stairs up there.
Yep.
Gas is still filling up the room. You hear, "Come on, surrender! We will kill all of you!"
I want to find that dude.
You're looking for the one that spoke?
Yeah.
Okay. He's up 3 floors above you on a balcony, or on a sort of a platform with the stairs move around to the next set of stairs.
I'm going to sneak up.
Okay.
Please.
He's wearing a uniform, black tactical gear, helmet with goggles. He's got a P90 in one hand and a megaphone in the other, which he hasn't actually turned on, to be fair.
Okay.
In fact, he puts the megaphone down because he doesn't think that it's probably too loud in this space. You can hear him.
Okay, right. It is too loud, yeah. So I sneak up.
Okay, and you're gonna what?
I am going to
What level?
stab him here.
Stab him right in the neck. Okay, so what level of obfuscate have you got?
3.
3. Okay. I'll get a dex and stealth check just for good measure, just to make sure you don't trip over and land on your face.
Sorry, Dex and stealth?
Yep.
Okay.
You know, crucial moments like this, we'd like to see some
4.
Dice rolls.
Have we hacked the game?
So
It's only been rolls of 4.
4 stealth. Oh, only 4? You poor dear.
Oh.
This lady is used to rolling 8 successes. Don't even ask me how that happens. I take responsibility. Okay.
20.
So 4 successes on your dex and stealth. You get up behind him now. Would you like to make a brawl check or a melee check? Dex and melee. You know what? Let's make this a strength and melee check because he's got armor on and he's not a light dude. He's kind of muscly and taut.
Okay.
Once he realizes that you're doing something to him, he's going to try and defend himself with
5.
military gusto. So 5 successes. I'm going to roll against that. You're going to need 3 successes to kill him outright. Yeah, you do it. He fails. He does not succeed. He's trying to get his hands inside your hands, and then he's.
Oh,
But for that
go
moment,
to sleep,
in that one
little
moment,
enemy bad guy dude. Go to sleep. I roll him down the stairs.
in that one moment, as he calls out, you are unobfuscated, and you see several soldiers pop out from different levels and fire at you. Can you make a dex and dodge check, please?
Sure.
I'm gonna pull out my more specialized dice.
Russell,
Yes.
3.
can I...
No, you cannot.
No, okay.
What?
Fine.
What do you want?
Can I run up on her and turn to marble just as they fire?
You can.
See if I can...
Right, so you're going to try and intercept the bullets as with flesh to marble and just take the hits, basically tank these bullets. You can definitely do that. You can certainly try. So you're going to make a stamina and fortitude check because that's what we're doing today, and you're making a dex and dodge check. How did your dex and dodge check go?
3.
Oh, 3 successes. There's a lot of bullets flying. Well, let's keep that in mind because we'll see if Barry's character, Vincent, can reduce the number of successes that you'll need.
Sure he can.
By taking lots of damage on your behalf. There's a lot of bullets flying here. Well, there's a 1, so that cancels out that fancy 10. There's a couple of 9s. 1, 2, 2 9s, 3 6s. So that's 5 successes. So Barry, we're going to make a stamina roll. Stamina. We'll just use straight up stamina for this. Yeah. Okay. You manage to take one of those attacks, one of those bullets does hit you, and you absorb it. All right.
Okay.
You're moving through the field of bullets. There's another 3 that go through there. 3 successes. Okay, yeah, you actually shielded her. I'm gonna paint a little picture then. So you're being fired at, Mercy. You go to dodge. You duck down out of the way. Vincent comes running up with celerity, sticks his hand out, made of stone, and this bullet bounces off his hand as it would have hit you in the head. And he stops.
That's really cool, Vincent. I then silence myself. I use the body and I obfuscate behind him.
Okay, so she's just obfuscated out of there. All right.
And then I'm going to run up and and kill some more people.
Right.
In
Well,
epic style.
You can make another perception alertness check, please, Mercy. And
5.
5 successes. Well, that's very, very good indeed. Vincent Meyer, let's make you a perception alertness check. Bink, you're a perception alertness check. Did you get it? Did you see what I did there?
Yes,
Yeah,
I did.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? 3 successes. Okay. Well, I guess it wasn't that hard to notice the fragmentation grenades coming in through the door above, being tossed down to your floor, and coming down from the levels above you, landing around at your feet. Stunk, dunk, 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 dunk. There's about 3 of them so far.
Get the
Fuck to
frick
get out of there.
dodge. Yeah.
Well, you can go over the balcony, over the edge, over the rail, and you're looking at a 40 to 50 foot fall to the floor. That's like 2 or 3 floors. or you can run up the stairs or down the stairs. But
I'll
there is smoke
run
everywhere.
up.
And I will also add that you don't know for sure that there aren't other grenades that have landed in other places because they might be just blanketing the place.
That fall, how much will it hurt me, do I think?
It's
If
probably
I
not going
jump
to hurt you much at all. You don't reckon? I mean, you're what's your strength, Vincent? Let's have a look. Vincent Meyer.
And at the moment I'm marble, aren't I? So it's
Yeah,
not
well,
gonna-
you've got 4 dots in strength straight up, and then you've got protean level 5, fortitude 3, potence 3. I mean, you can take that fall. It's not.
I'm going. I'm
Alright.
taking the fall.
Okay, so you leap off over the side. I'm not even going to make you roll. You land.
Why are
in-
you
in
doing
your-
that? Why?
Huh?
Well, Mercy has hopped onto the banister and she's just running up that.
Right, so as Mercy's running up the banister, Vincent, you land like a cat on the floor in the middle at the bottom. Superhero pose down on one
Yeah.
knee with your hand.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
one of those. Yeah.
I don't know if there's any practical application to it, but it looks cool.
Okay, alright.
So you do that. Mercy, you're going up the banister, did you say?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so you're running up the banister. All right, so this gives you a certain element of surprise as you come up the side of the thing. They can hear you, but they're expecting to see you a moment later, and so you get to see them over the top of the rail at the next level before they can see you. They're looking in the wrong place. So you can make a Dex and Firearms check, or what is it you're using right now?
Nice.
Nice. Of
Always
course it is,
nice.
it's Mercy.
Always.
Right, Mercy. So what? Are you gonna leap over and just start stabbing them over the banister from because the you're going up the stairs here.
Yeah.
And then the banister comes back on it. You know. What
If
I'm
I
saying?
am, when I'm a distance, I'll be throwing them. When I'm up close, I will leap and stab.
You're literally like a meter away from them with the banister between you and them, or the barrier between.
So
you
just
and
keep running.
You can either go around the corner directly into their line of sight where they'll shoot you, or you can go over because you're on the banister. You can see them from above. You're above them.
Okay, we'll go over
Okay, so we'll make a
and
Dex
tackle them.
Right, let's start with
Dex melee?
Let's start with Dex and Athletics.
Okay. Dex athletics.
Are you pumping any blood for this business, by the way?
No.
No. Okay.
6. I don't. With Dex, I don't need to.
You don't need to? Okay, so 6 successes. Now, you see what I'm talking about? 6 successes. These guys, the first one doesn't have a chance. You kill him, you're covered in blood. He's dead as you just slash his throat and he drops. The next guy begins to raise his gun towards you. You can choose to you can choose to dodge or attack him, or come up with something more creative than that.
I think I will.
I'll drink coffee.
I'll
while
dodge.
You're gonna dodge. Okay,
Dodge
so when you
and
dodge too,
then I'm gonna go for him.
do you dodge moving towards him to get inside his firing arc, or do you dodge by getting out and behind an object such as a pot plant or a pillar?
I'll dodge closer to him.
Okay, so you're going to move basically inside of his weapon so he can't shoot you. That's
Yeah.
That's the plan. Okay, so
Yeah,
you
let's
can
go.
Dex and dodge, and I'm going to
It's
Dex
just
and
2.
firearms.
Oh man. Do better. Do better.
Did you roll 2 successes?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is gonna hurt.
Remarkably, you take 2 points of non-aggravated damage straight up.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well, my turn, right?
Yeah. Well,
Well,
technically, let's wait for a moment. Vincent, you've just landed at the bottom. I'm going to make a Vincent perception alertness check here.
Yeah.
Four successes. Vincent, down the corridor, there's a door that you notice now is open. And that door, beyond it, there is a tunnel. Stone walls, big, huge block stone walls that go into the ground, and it goes off into the darkness to the ends of your vision, basically, beyond your line of sight, beyond your range of vision. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I head there and inform Mercy that I'm doing so.
So what do you say to Mercy? please do this in character. She's way out there. You're down here.
Found a tunnel at the bottom here, heading in.
Okay, so you're saying this over comms.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of good sense. A lot of good sense.
In my mind, I'm
indeed.
thinking, what an asshole. I'm up here killing all these bad guys, and he's just ditched me here. Rude.
Right. I'm just going to move everybody's faces around on the screen so that it resembles the geography of what's going on. Here we go. See? Look at that. Was that creative or what? Okay, so, Barry, you're heading into the darkness. Mercy, what are you doing?
I am going to stab a dude.
Stab a dude with a dex and a melee, please.
Yeah.
Alright, go for it.
Nope.
0 successes. Okay, well, in that case, he's going to strengthen athletics you to the ground, or he's going to try to.
Oh, love that. Dex and dodge?
Actually, it's not going to be dex and dodge. It's going to be strength and dodge.
Okay. Strength and dodge. 3.
It's a tie. So right now it's locked in this struggle with this guy that's basically got your wrists and is trying to force you to the ground. But he's not succeeding. But you're not succeeding in getting away from him either. He's got his hands locked on your wrists, and he's keeping your hands away from his face.
I'm just gonna whisper up, and I'm gonna tell him, "This is where I love to be," and I'm gonna try and stab him again.
Okay. Well, you got to break free of his hands first. That's the trouble.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, won't we?
He's controlling you. You're controlling him. Okay.
Yeah.
Barry, you get to the entranceway and you start heading in, and in the distance, you can hear this kind of wet, sticky sound.
Okay. I use my eyes.
Gleam of red eyes?
Yeah.
Okay, so your eyes light up, and you perceive down into the tunnel, and you can kind of see this warm glow of an amorphous-looking conglomerate of beings attached to each other, coming slowly around the corner, tentacles wrapping around it, and its various appendages begin to appear as it pulls itself around the corner, and finally this head appears on the end of a very long, outstretched neck, about 1/2 meter long. This face comes around the corner on the end of this long neck. You can see hands and a couple of legs at the bottom. More hands up the wall begin to appear.
I go in the headset. I've got a sloucher. What do you got?
Second head appears down there.
Oh, good. Hey. And then he says that in the headset.
Alright. Mercy, you're locked in mortal combat with this dude upstairs. You're hearing this stuff over the headset. I've got a sloucher. What have you got? A schlachter. And you're struggling with this guy. Let's have a dex and melee check, please. Actually, this is brawl at this point, to be fair. You're using your knife. What's better for you, brawl or melee?
Melee.
Okay, let's use melee.
Okay. Strength and melee.
Strength and melee. Thank you.
5.
5. Okay. 1, 2. Alright, you inflict 3 levels of damage on him. And he jumps back, having been cut on the arm. Basically, you've slashed his arm, and he's...
Oh, don't leave me! I lick the blood off the...
Off the knife? Okay, as you're licking blood off the knife, he goes for the Uzi that's on his shoulder strap and begins to raise it towards you. He flicks the safety off and turns it towards you. What are you doing?
I'm going to dex dodge again, get closer to him.
Okay.
Actually, I'd like to use my blood first.
Gonna use some blood? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be moving while using your blood?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to dex dodge into him.
Alright, so let's roll dex dodge, please. He says, next bullet's not gonna be pretty. He says that in Italian, which I don't speak. Okay.
It probably won't be pretty.
How was your dex and dodge?
2.
2. Well, that was just enough. Right next to your head, a whole bunch of bullet holes appear, and you see the tracer rounds flying out of this Uzi. You don't know who made them, but you've never seen tracer rounds come out of an Uzi before. And they just splatter into the wall behind you, trashing big chunks of stone out of it. The room is already full of dust and rather gas, which you don't breathe, fortunately. And you're probably thanking God for that right now.
So I'm gonna.
There's white shit all over your shoulders and in your hair.
I'm gonna go after him again with the knife, and I'm gonna say, "I bet you're the kind of person that misses when he pisses."
He has to roll to not laugh at you, or laugh at your joke at least. Okay, now go on. So you're making an attack now?
Yep.
Dex and fire, Dex and
Dex.
melee, Dex and melee. 6 successes. 5.
Yep.
Okay, so he's trying to dodge that. Pretty good. 10, 9, 9, 9, 10, 9, 9, 9, 8, 8, 6, 7.
Wow, he actually does.
Actually dodged that. Yeah, so he cartwheels sideways out of the way as your knife comes through, poof, and it bends, boring.
That was impressive.
When it hits the wall.
Not many people dodge my knife, so well done.
Fires back at you with the rest of his clip from his Uzi.
Okay.
More tracer rounds come pouring out of the barrel. Make a dex and dodge check. Meanwhile, Vincent, tell me
Just
about...
2.
Vincent, you're coughing your lungs out. I'm not going to ask you what you're doing. Tell me when you're ready. 2 successes, you say?
Yeah.
You take 1 level of aggravated damage and 1 level of non-aggravated damage unless you can soak it.
Sorry, what was the... Could you repeat?
One aggravated, 1 non-aggravated.
Okay, sweet. I could try the... I'll try the non-aggravated ones.
Try the non-aggravated ones? You're going to try and soak those? Very good.
Well, I have some stamina. Where are you, stamina?
Where are you, stamina? I ask that all the
Where
time.
did you go? Yeah. Okay, sweet. So it's just the aggravated ones.
Just the
Ow!
aggravated ones. Hey,
Ow.
Jojo's here. Welcome, Jojo.
My turn now.
Your turn now. Okay, so Mercy, you're going to go back at him with a knife?
Yep, I'm
Okay, so
run up and after him.
You just keep following him up this gantry way at this point. And you're just striking out with a knife. He's moving back. His gun is... he's run out of ammo in that clip, so he drops the clip and pulls out another clip. And is trying to stick it in when you get to attack. So you can make a dex and melee attack now, please.
4.
4 successes. Great.
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to give him a penalty because he's trying to reload. No 1s, and 1 10, and a 9. Is that an 8? Oh, you know what? That is a 1. Ha ha ha. Okay, yeah, alright. So you did 4. He takes 3 levels of damage. This time you've struck him in the chest. What do you do to him?
I think I'll just keep going at him.
You just keep going at him. Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, his gun's reloaded, and he brings it up and he sticks it right in your chest. Were you wearing body armor right now?
Yes, I am.
Yes,
like the chick's body armor.
Right. You can't really dodge at this range. Yeah, you can. You can make some sort of an attempt to dodge. So make a dex and dodge check.
Yeah, I could always like push his arm away.
Yeah, I mean, he's brought it. He's trying to bring it up in between, and right up in between you, because you're pressed up close, and he's trying to fire back at you with like using it almost like a melee weapon, like he's trying to stab you with the barrel and fire aggravating fucking tracer rounds into your flak jacket. So what was your dex and dodge?
5.
5. 1,
I'm
2,
trying to
3.
Push his arm out of the way.
Okay, you take 1 level of eeny, meeny, miny, mo, non-aggravated damage from a bullet that almost penetrates your flak jacket at close range. Impressive, he says, and pushes you back away from him. You see him begin to heal up various cuts and wounds that you've done to him.
Okay, well I'm gonna leap on him at this point. and I'm going to like try and like sink my fangs in wherever I can
All right. When he's
because I am a vampire eater.
right. Well, when you drop your fangs, you notice he does the same thing.
Well, whoever gets there first wins, doesn't they?
At that point, he's got his gun in front of him, and he drops the gun, and it clatters to the floor. And you see from his hands, he's got wolf claws.
Interesting. Interesting.
You sure you want to play with me?
Not entirely.
Why
I'm
don't you
interested to see how
surrender?
you do.
Why don't you surrender? Don't you think it's time? There's no way out of here.
Well, really, the whole intention was to come up here and see Mr. Remus. So, I mean, if you want to stop this, we could just go have a chat to him now.
Who the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, it's just really, he's a vampire that can turn into marble. He looks like a statue. He's really pretty, kind of old.
He looks at you quite confused. I think you come to the wrong town, lady.
Excellent. With that confusion, I'm going to just throw some daggers at him.
Okay, so roll your dex and melee, please.
Oh, I love confusing people. 6.
6. Okay, that's very nice. I'm gonna roll the dex and dodge, but I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna skip to Barry.
Okay.
Okay. Barry, you are going down into the tunnel, and this it's not of Schlachter actually. It's a Vozd.
Okay.
But it's like a Vozd made of Schlachter. It's like second-hand parts.
Okay. I shoot the heads. I aim and shoot the heads.
All right. Well, taking a moment to aim and shoot, the first head goes down, and it drops. The creature continues to maneuver around the entranceway, filling up a great deal of the interior of the tunnel with its body masses. You can smell it from here, Vincent. It stinks. It stinks of death, decay.
I take out a frag grenade.
Frag grenade, okay.
And throw it and go back through the door that I came in, you know.
Right.
Get backwards.
Okay,
yeah.
So you toss a frag grenade and retreat, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to make for you a dexterity and athletics check for your frag. What do we get here? Here we go. 1 success. Well, it goes rolling down the hallway, and you see the other head quickly flips around as if to take cover, and most of the creature seems to be able to pull back within range, but the fireball does go around the corner, and you hear the singeing of flesh and so forth, the squealing noises of these living heads attached to this amorphous body around the corner. But you make it back to the entranceway. Now, at this point, you see there are these two big red doors, wooden doors, made of vertical planks, painted red, and they are open. You see that there is a board and a lock there as well. About that point, you hear a smashing sound from above.
Okay.
So do you, Charlie, at that point. Now, what are you doing, Charlie?
Find this guy?
Right, so you went to attack him, you rolled your to hit roll, I rolled his dex and dodge. You do hit him, but only for 1 point of non-aggravated damage, and that probably amounts to you stab him through the hand as he tries to defend himself, and it's a sort of defensive wound. With the dagger through his hand, he does something similar to what you did before, that is to move, or no, it was I can't remember who it was. Anyway, he moves forward towards you, pushing against your hand with the dagger through his hand.
I was throwing it.
Oh, you're throwing it? Okay, so it's
Yeah.
okay. So he pulls it out, and he charges at you now, runs at you. He seems to be quite quick. You're wondering if he has celerity. Wolf claws to the face, dex and dodge.
Okay, dex and dodge. I'd like to like fall in and use his body weight to freaking.
To what?
You know how like when someone's like lunging at you,
Yep.
you can use their
Right.
energy
Right. Yeah. You just
to throw them somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Well, that's what I'd like to do.
All right. So you can roll a dex and dodge, or dex and athletics, whichever is higher for you for that, or brawl.
Yeah.
Just make it a dex and brawl check. That's perfect.
Okay, yep. Okay, dex and roll. That should be 3.
Okay,
That's a lot.
you easily take control of him. He seems to be already in a little bit of shock, as it is. He's got a dagger through his hand, and he's been hit a few times. And you throw him over the gantry.
I want to
thusly-
take you with him actually, and while he's confused, I'm gonna sink my fangs into him.
So you're going to go with him over the gantry and fall 50 feet?
Ooh.
I
Can I throw him down the stairs?
No.
I don't have that.
Too
Okay.
far away.
Yeah.
Okay, so the pair of you fly over the rail.
Yep. I'm gonna sink my fangs into him.
All right, so you sink your fangs into him. I think that... I suppose you can make a dex and dodge, but it's going to be inhibited. Make a dex and brawl, please. Would you like to...
I'm gonna
Yeah.
use willpower.
You're going to use a willpower point?
Yep.
Good luck.
Oh fuck.
Good
Okay.
roll.
2.
2. Your
Yeah.
fangs do not manage to penetrate him before you hit the ground. You can make a dex and athletics check to try and mitigate your landing. Difficulty
Okay.
is going to be 9 though, because you're trying to sink your fangs into an enemy at the same time.
Nope.
No successes. Okay, so you're going to take some falling damage.
It's all superficial. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you take 3 levels of non-aggravated, so to speak, superficial damage.
Okay.
As you go
When
slamming into
it's-
the ground. So does he, though.
Okay. When it's my turn, I'm going to
Yep.
heal up.
You're going to heal up? Okay, so
Yeah.
you start healing up.
Are they on my level now?
Yes, they are, Barry. So you've come running out of the tunnel, having thrown a grenade down the corridor. You hear thump behind you as these two come landing,
fuck.
smashing to the ground. At the same time as that's happening, there's rock crumbling from the ceiling above, and there's an explosion down the corridor, Mercy, that you look up and see just as you've just, hit the ground on top of this dude. Or is he on top of you? I don't know. It doesn't matter. And so this explosion bursts out down the corridor, and you can hear this horrible squealing noise as this Schlachter Vojd creature has been burned about 30, maybe 20 to 30 meters away down a corridor, a tunnel. What do you do, Mercy?
I'm gonna be like, oh, look at that, and then and try and feint him, I suppose.
Like, sort of pretending to... You're trying to distract him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know if he needs to be too distracted. I mean, the explosion is there and it is scary.
Excellent.
In fact,
I'm in that distraction.
I think that everybody who witnesses the explosion, that's the 3 of these characters, can make self-control checks. And I will need to know what your blood pool is at.
Self-control. Where are we? Okay, 2. Other 2.
Okay, Vincent, 2 10s, a 9 and an 8.
Oh, nope. To be fair, I do want to eat this dude.
You do want to eat this guy? Well, that's fair. So do you want... I mean, you can choose
I'm gonna spend my...
You can choose to fail.
I've
But you
already
still have to-
failed.
okay, so you've already failed.
But I want to eat this dude with, like...
Bloodlust. with
Yeah.
prejudice,
Bloodlust.
with extreme prejudice.
Yes.
All right. So you
Prejudice.
leap on him. So you're going to make a dex and brawl attack, please, Barry.
Dex and brawl.
Barry.
Me?
Barry. Yep. Tell me, Barry. What are you doing?
Okay, I walk over to my enthusiast here.
Yep.
Nah. Well, I got nothing.
Okay.
I see the guy
Yep.
and I go, it's about time you got here. And look down at him. What are they like? Does she need my help? Does it even remotely look
Oh,
like
I need
she
your
needs
help
my
right now.
Yeah. Well, he goes to fang you back with a 10, a 9, an 8, and
So
8,
should I
and a
dodge?
6. You
Yeah.
should probably dex and dodge.
Okay. 2.
2 successes. I'm afraid he gets it. He gets you. He's got his fangs in your neck. You're paralyzed from the kiss, Barry. So this is what you see. You see this other vampire feeding on Mercy's
Okay,
blood.
wolf claw in his eyes.
Wolf claws in his eyes. Very good. Mercy, can you reduce your blood pool by 3?
Okay, yeah.
And you're doing wolf claws in his eyes, so that's aggravated damage to the face. It's going to be a dex and brawl or melee with wolf claws.
It's brawl.
It is brawl. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Dex and brawl, and Barry, you rolled a. What is it going to be? It's a 4 successes. Okay, well, look, he's a bit busy right now, so he's not even dodging, and you stick your wolf claws in his face, giving him a bit of a brain scratch, which pretty much makes him instantly unconscious.
Does it release me?
It does release you. You just slide off his fangs at that point.
And then I'm going for him. He's mine now.
Okay, well, as you're going for him, you can make a perception alertness check, and both of you can do that.
Okay.
Perception alertness.
I gotta fight for my meal.
Barry coming up any second now.
Nope.
No?
Which makes sense. I'm really hungry for this dude.
Alright, Barry, you got 4 successes on this perception alertness check. What you notice is that the ceiling has collapsed. That's what all that stone and shit falling from above was. And now you can hear ropes going falling out of the ceiling. And then you hear, they sound like, remarkably a lot like zip lines.
Okay. Let's go.
Mercy, did you make your attack roll?
What do I do?
You're trying to feed, right? That's your whole
Yes.
plan. Okay, so
But he's unconscious,
he's
right?
unconscious, so it should be relatively easy. There should be no dodging, so there's that.
Is it Dex and Brawl or?
Dex and Brawl, yeah.
Okay.
So anybody that's new, welcome to the stream. I'm Russell, and this is Charlie and Barry, and we're playing Vampire the Masquerade. And
Okay.
Barry.
Right. Zip line's coming quick. If you're gonna do it, do it.
I'm trying.
All right. Well, Mercy, you know one thing. If you're going to try and drink this guy, it's going to take a little while. It's not going to be something that's going to happen.
I'm going to put some blood into strength, and I'm going to take him with me.
Right.
Meal on the run.
Does he
He's
look
like a juice box.
Does he look like anybody on the list?
On the list, that is to
The
say,
red list.
the red
Oh,
list.
yeah.
You don't believe so.
Okay, but you know he's a Sabbat. I saw a sloucher,
Yeah.
so I have a right to be here.
Yeah.
I'm doing my job.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, let's go.
All
Take
right.
dinner with you.
So
Anyways.
you grab him, and where are you taking him?
Taking him outside.
Outside involves going up
Ooh.
the stairs. Okay, so you're going to head
Taking
up
him
the
to,
stairs.
I want to take him to somewhere quiet.
Well,
Away from the action.
right. Well, right now, there are 6 individuals coming down from the ceiling upside down on ropes like fucking ninjas. You don't know what.
I'm gonna. Well, seeing they're doing the ninja thing, I'm gonna take my sword out.
Okay. They happen to be ninjas with automatic weapons. So,
yes, I know.
hanging upside down like spiders, they begin firing in your direction.
I'll shoot at them.
You shoot at them. Okay, so you're going to make a Dex and Firearms check.
Yep.
Which I shall set up right now. Vincent Meyer. Dexterity and Firearms. One moment, please. Please hold the line. There we go. Dice is rolling. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? 4 successes. Very good. Okay. You hit one of them well enough that he falls from his rope. You have another attack if you want to take it.
Yes. Yes, please.
All right. So you shoot at a second one. That's supposed to be my dodge. What? Vincent Meyer. Roll 20 really could be a lot more streamlined than it is, but that's what you get for free access programs. 5 successes this time. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Yep. You kill a second one. All right.
I'm cheering you on with this guy's neck in my mouth.
Okay.
Like,
So you're standing at the bottom of the stairwell, having landed there and thrown this grenade. You come back in here. You've killed this, or you've put into torpor this vampire that was fighting Mercy. She's dragging him off. In the direction of the stairs. You're seeing these guys come down from above on ropes, so your bodies are falling next to you. Splat. They hit the ground. 4 more of them are up there. They start firing back at you at that moment. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm going to do an unusual thing.
The unthinkable?
I'm going to use my strength to throw a grenade up.
You're going to use your strength to throw a grenade up, okay?
Yeah.
You going to do anything clever about that?
It's going to explode between them, hopefully.
So that's the idea, is to time it right so that it explodes right between them.
Yeah.
So you pull a grenade, a pin, you throw it up to time it, counting 1, 2, 3, and we're going to roll a Dex and Firearms because, well, no, you know what? Athletics. Dex and Athletics for that nonsense. Dex and Athletics, my favorite thing, except for Perception Alertness. Ooh, 2 successes. Okay, well, it might be enough to, if not kill them, maybe knock them off their perches and give them...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Either one will make me happy. Yeah.
Always more grenades.
There's always more grenades. Well, I think you guys have got a maximum of about 4 each.
I don't have any on me.
You don't have any?
No, I rolled.
Okay.
It did not go well.
The grenade goes off, but they managed to absorb the concussion from it. The timing wasn't perfect to get them the way you wanted to. But you do have another grenade, and you could try again if you wanted to, but you are going to have to Dex and dodge because they're firing back at you. This is probably meaning that you're either going to have to roll some kind of acrobatic thing or just pull out under cover of the edges of the room, the ceiling.
Say that last bit again, sorry.
Basically under the stairs. You can hide under the stairs if you want, or you can try and roll around in the middle and fire back at them somehow.
Let's roll around in the middle. I've got marble on me, so I can take a bit.
Okay, so flesh and marble, you're going to basically just... you're going to use... Well, in that case, you just want to Terminator it and walk out into the centre?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Do it calmly.
Spin around with your katana.
That's true.
Like a spinning top.
You told me you pulled your katana out, didn't you?
Yeah, where are they? Is it worthwhile doing?
Well, the katana is not going to be effective until they hit the ground, but at that point they're either going to be dead or alive, in which case the katana might be very useful.
Okay.
However, getting them down to the ground is more of a job for a gun or a grenade or some other creativity.
Okay, I'll use the gun. I'll use the gun and then change the katana if there's any left coming down.
All right. Okay, so Dex and Firearms. Barry to here. Firearms. Oh, I do wish they would put things in alphabetical order. Here we go. Dex and Firearms. 6 successes. Well, I don't imagine that guy's going to get out of that, but we'll see. Ooh. Ooh, okay. 2 10s.
Yeah.
2 6s and a 9. 2, 3, 4, 5. He almost got out of it. I don't think it was enough to knock him down, but you definitely clipped one of them.
Yep.
The other one, you got a second attack. You can fire at him again or the other one.
I'll do the other one.
Okay, so you fire at this guy, you clip him, you fire at the other guy. Let's roll your Dex and Firearms for him. You're using celerity, I'm assuming, while this is going on.
Yep.
I'm being pretty loose and free with the rules right now, but this is what we like. This works for us. Tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, so Dex and Firearms, here we go. Also, you're playing Vincent, and Vincent has a fairly decent blood pool. That's a lot of ones.
It was a 1 success.
1 success on the second guy, so theoretically you'll clip him, but he may be able to dodge. Yeah, he doesn't take any damage. He keeps slipping down the rope further and further, and as he comes down further, the chances that he's going to die from falling damage decrease drastically.
Okay.
So he's just sliding down on that rope. He fires back at you, however. You making a Dex and dodge check while I make a Dex and Firearms. That's not bad. You're going to have to watch out. Vincent Meyer, Dex and dodge. Incoming. 2 successes. Okay, so you're going to take 1 level of aggravated damage and 1 level of non-aggravated damage.
Even with the marble.
Good point. With the marble, flesh and marble, you're going to make a stamina check. Your stamina is 3. So you're quite right. You get 2 9s and an 8, and your skin hardens as the bullet strikes it, solidifying and causing the bullet to ricochet, leaving a small pock mark in your shoulder for a moment. And the casing drops to the floor. Doof. Very good. What do you do?
Mr. Winters,
Alright.
take the building.
Right now? The whole building?
Right now, the whole building.
Alright.
I mean, come in it, literally, with me.
First he was like, what the hell does he say?
Right. I mean, out of game, did we discuss
It sounded like grenade, blow up the whole building.
Did we discuss at any time that you've got his teams outside?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Charlie, what
They've got teams outside, haven't they?
You do? Yeah.
Take their teams as subtly as you can.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, so you say this to him and he's like, Alpha team, go, go, go. Beta team, through the back door. All right.
Okay.
And you hear in that instant, upstairs and the building shakes.
Okay.
And you hear glass breaking somewhere else. Yeah.
How has a minute passed? Or...
Probably.
Cool. Is this guy dead now?
Which guy?
I was drinking him.
That's going to take more than a minute to drink him.
Okay, how long is it gonna take?
Quite a while, like a scene, basically.
How much blood do I have from him currently?
At this point, you've gotten a blood point back.
Just 1.
Well, it's only been a few seconds. All of this has happened extraordinarily quickly. It's, you're in the midst of a fight.
I'll take a seat.
Take a number.
I'll sit in one of those rocking chairs with him on my lap.
Right. Now, from where you are, there is, as you might recall, the room with all the refrigerators down one side, and that backs into another room.
Yeah, I'll head down there, still with him in my mouth.
Okay, so you're going to drag him back down that way. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so you do that. Barry, what are you doing? You're hearing smashing and
I'll
crashing.
finish off these guys if I may.
All right, so you make another Dex and Firearms check.
Are they close enough to use the sword now?
Not at this point. They're coming. I mean, they're up above you, so no, they're not.
Okay. I know. I'm going to shoot the rope.
You're going to shoot the rope.
Yeah, the wire. Literally.
All right, so you're going to take a cold shot at the rope.
Yeah, and
Right,
I'm
so
going to aim at it.
I'm going to make the difficulty a little bit higher then, like 10.
Okay.
And you're going to need 1 success, but it still has to be a 10.
Okay, no, fair enough. Fair enough.
So the pull modifier has not changed. The difficulty goes from 6 to 10. And submit. Will this work? No successes. Okay, so that's half a clip. You using celerity to do this, like zip in there and zip out, or?
Yeah, zip in there and zip out.
All right. We'll roll that again then. Dex and Firearms. One success. There you go. Oh no, wait, I didn't modify it. Fuck. It was not a success. I lie. Never mind. Okay, so a couple of 9s, you got close. It doesn't seem to be working. The ropes are swinging around too much.
Okay, but is it making it more awkward for them?
It is certainly putting pressure on them, that is right. Around about that point, 4 dudes come zipping down and land right in front of you. As they do, they're firing.
Sword. Yeah, I know they're firing, but I'll use the sword.
All right, there's 4 of them around you, 1 on each side, basically, in 4 corners. They've got long-barreled automatic assault rifles. First one raises it to your face.
I just
push it aside.
Dodge and take out their legs.
All right.
Drop down and you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm literally taking their legs from them with the sword.
Okay, so sword in Vincent Meyer. Here we go. This is melee. Dex and melee. Seven successes. I'm not even going to try and dodge that. I don't think I can. So the first one, he lands next to you, you take out his legs, he goes down, he's firing up in the air. I will give you a free action to just grab the barrel of his gun so that he doesn't hit you with it.
Yeah.
You can feasibly pull the gun out of his hand with your left hand if you want, with the sword in your right hand.
Yep.
Okay, so now you've got an M16 in one hand, but you don't have the handle, you just have the barrel.
Okay.
3 others are turning to attack you at this point. You've got 1 more action before I'm gonna. Actually, how much celerity? You've got 3 celerity. You can start really blowing your blood now if you want to.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, so you've got 3
Take
actions.
these dudes out.
3 more turns, 3 more things you can do. So tell me what are they? What's your next thing?
I'm going to use the sword to take their legs and parts out.
Okay, so woof, you move between them as they all turn upon you, and you get outside of their circle, taking out more legs as you go.
Yeah.
Another dex and melee with the katana. As you do, here we are at the bottom of the stairwell, spraying blood up the walls.
6.
Tell me 6 successes. Okay, so you do it again. You annihilate the second attacker. Stepping through, you just take off his legs. He's bleeding to death. There's a lot of blood now. I am going to make you do a self-control check because that's a lot of blood. But you have 4 dots in self-control. I don't see that being a problem. And you rolled a 10 and an 8, so that's fine. No problem. Okay, so 2 more attacks. So your next dex and melee.
Same thing.
I'm going to make one little check here, and that is a self-control check for one of these enemies to see whether, despite not having any legs, does he have the willpower to shoot back at you. The first one does not, and he's given it up. The second one, well, he gave up the gun anyway. Second one actually is going to try and shoot you despite you chopping off his legs. He sees that as his best survival move. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to take his throat out before he can...
Okay, so you're going to use your 3rd action, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, for dex and melee.
A lot of leg action.
A lot of leg action here.
It's leg day.
3 successes. Okay, so you go to chop him. He's going to try and dodge that. He's going to be severely hampered by the fact that he's got no legs. That dice is cocked. 10, 9, 8, 3. So he mitigates your 3 with 3. He rolls over out of the way, just out of the range of your sword attack as he does that. And you are making a dex and dodge now because he has a gun on you. This gun is... Wow, 9, 10, 10, 7, 4 successes. What did you get? 2. Okay, he hits you for an aggravated level, or you might want to soak that with your stamina.
Yeah, I'll soak it.
Alright, so stamina check. 3 dice. I'm just rolling a mixture of physical dice and digital dice. 7. So you soak 1 level of damage, but it does leave you injured at this point. You have -1 on all dice rolls. Until you heal that. You can take a turn to heal it if you want it, but while you're healing it, there is a guy attacking you. You can't do both. You sort of have to
Okay, no, I'll
heal.
deal with him first.
Deal with him first. Okay, so he's coming at you. Mercy, you're down another. You've saved another blood point at this point.
Thank you.
Okay, so Barry, you're making another dex and dodge as another gun comes towards you. Actually, I lie. The guy that you're fighting on the ground right now, whose legs you've already taken out, his gun jams. Or he's run out of ammo, you're not sure which, but he's freaking out now. He drops... he's trying to eject the clip. The other gunman who's next to you, he's going to close range shoot you, though, because you're not doing anything to mitigate him so far. But you do have an action. What would you like to do? Attack?
Do I have time to kick him?
You can kick the guy on the ground?
Yep,
Yep, you're going to kick him? Okay, no problem. Where do you kick him?
In the head.
Of
If his head's there.
Alright, so you're going to kick him in the head, and it's going to be Dex and Brawl, or Strength and Brawl. Strength and Brawl, I think.
Either one you want.
Strength and Brawl. 2 successes. His dodging is getting really shitty now. Yeah, okay, so you kick him in the head and he rolls over. You think he's unconscious, you're not 100% sure.
Okay.
The guy behind you is firing with an M16 at close range. Right behind you, a burst of ammunition, mixed ammunition, tracers and standard rounds. So there may well be some aggravated damage. There's a few 10s and 9s in there. So let's make a dex and dodge roll for you.
I'll use my potence and my fortitude and my marble.
Alright, potence, fortitude. Well, potence won't count for much, but fortitude and stamina does. So you rolled 5 successes on your dex and dodge, which is pretty good because he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Whoa.
10 successes.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Okay,
What the hell?
And you got 5, so that mitigates it quite significantly. Okay, so now you're going to try and reduce that with stamina.
Yeah.
The reason is because he was standing literally the gun at his back, and he just pulled the trigger and let off a whole clip of ammunition on him at 0 point blank range.
Yep.
Okay, so you took 5 points of damage. You're going to try and mitigate that with your stamina. We're going to take that. We'll see what we get. You mitigate 1 level of damage, so that brings us down to, what do we say, 4. Out of that 4, every third round is a aggravated, what do we call it, an incendiary round, a tracer. So out of 5 bullets, that's 50-50 whether there's 1 or 2. 1 aggravated damage, you're lucky. But you are now basically crippled. You fall to the ground and you're dropping your weapon. You're at -5 dice penalty to everything as you drop to your knees in front of this dude. And he's just blasted you full of holes in the back.
Wolf Claw, grab his balls.
Wolf Claw, grab his balls, okay. You spin to grab his balls. Dex and melee coming right up. Dex and melee.
Pluck them off like an apple from a tree.
No fucking around with Vincent Meyer right here. No fucking around at all. Oh crap, I just closed my Twitch page. That's a bit dark.
Well, you rolled twice.
Did I roll
5 was one
twice?
and 6 was for the other.
I rolled twice?
Yep.
Oops. One was, well, the first one, it was an attack from Barry's character to take the guy's balls, basically.
Right.
We'll go with the first one, 5. This guy's trying to dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck.
He would think I'm down, though.
He has strong balls.
His strong
That's
balls. His strong ball instincts. And he ducks backwards, but you do give him a bit of a tickle for 3 points of damage, which he tries to mitigate.
You take the 1. Okay.
All right, you believe you believe you've scarred him in the thigh somewhere. You're not sure whether you got him right in the balls, but certainly wolf claws aggravated damage hurt his. You might have even slashed his inner thigh artery. What is it called?
Okay. Use my celerity to grab my gun.
Using your
Handgun.
celerity to... Okay, well, yep. Alright, so you're going for your handgun at your side, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Now I'm just going to take a moment to go back to chat for a second and see what anybody said. I don't get to do this very often so much. Our teeth are kind of like straws, actually. That's a weird way of thinking about it. What the fuck are you talking about? I think of sea turtles comment, but yes, vamp fangs, kind of straws. I don't know, mental 10 successes. Damn, yeah, exactly.
You need your glasses. Also.
Me?
You're like...
I'm like, all right.
There you go.
There we go.
Attaboy.
Okay. Okay, now, Barry, you're taking out this guy in the groin, basically, with wolf claws.
Done that.
Mercy, you get another blood point.
Ooh, thank you. Thank you.
Done that.
Um,
I'm shooting him now.
Alright, so what type of weapon have you just pulled out?
Glock.
This is a Glock, okay. Have you got it on single shot, or semi-automatic, or automatic?
Semi-automatic.
This Glock will fire 14 rounds with a squeeze of a trigger in one.
Yep.
Yeah. But so you're gonna go. But you. So you're
I'm going to let him have all of them.
So you're gonna give it an automatic.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Whole clip. All right.
I can't muck around now.
Let's go. Do you want to spend a willpower point? I'm just asking.
No.
Just offering this sage advice. Oh dear. 3 successes. This is not terrible, but it's not great. Could be better. Could be worse. Ah, you miss. Okay, so you pull out the Glock, you point it at him, he knocks it to the side and steps inside your space. In fact, he puts his hand...
Okay, if he does that...
He puts his hand on your wrist to control it and to pull you forward off balance.
Switch the wrist around and pull him down and break his arm.
Alright.
And his face will automatically hit the ground. He won't be able to stop it.
Okay, so we're going to make a Dex and Brawl. Strength and Brawl. Strength and Brawl. Is it Dex or Strength, Barry?
It's, I think it's Dex, because you got to get the grip right.
Alright, I'll give you that.
Because you break the arm in the crack and you got to get that
Right.
exactly right.
Fair call. Okay, so that's not looking terrible.
It's just 1.
1 success, and it's not great.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to try and basically avoid that, and I think he's going to... Yeah, okay. So you're fighting over the gun, basically, at this point. Mercy, you get another blood point. Barry, you are at half your blood now.
Okay. I'm gonna bite his arm.
You're going to bite his arm?
Yeah.
Right, so we're going Dex and Brawl again.
And suck.
And suck. You are good at that. Dex and Brawl. Here we go for a bite attack.
So mean. 2.
2 successes. Okay, so we're trying to dodge. Yeah, he. Ooh, it's close. It's close. You're really close in there. If you wanted to spend a will,
It's really an in-battle thing, isn't it?
it's very much in there. Okay. He goes for a knife in his boot and tries to stick it in your chest with his offhand, pushing you away from him at the same time, counting on the idea that you're going to come flinging yourself back at him as a bite attack.
Right.
So as you come back with your bite attack, he tries to stab you. Oh, bear in mind, Barry, you're at -5 penalty to everything right now. You've taken huge amount of damage. Now,
You
know what?
tried to heal any of it?
You know what we're going to do? We're going to make a self-control check, because if you failed it, that would explain everything.
Okay.
Because you'd be frenzying and you wouldn't take any penalties.
Okay.
So I'm tempted to just say that you're in frenzy. Would you like to be in frenzy?
Yes, please. I'll take frenzy.
What?
Right. We're not going to roll then. You allow yourself to frenzy, and thusly you lose consciousness. You don't know where and when you are. Mercy, you keep drinking. All right. Mercy.
Yes. Do I get to add this gentleman to the White Room? I thought it'd be perfect. He'll fit in so well.
I'll have to think about that. Not immediately. Okay, Barry. You wake up eventually. Standing over you is Gustav. You have the taste of Vitae in your mouth. Gustav is now dragging you by the collar down a corridor past a bunch of refrigerators.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
He drops you, dunk, in front of Mercy. Mercy, you look up and see Vincent dropped on the floor, and as your eyes go up, you realize that you're looking at Gustavius. Gustavius is carrying 2 different weapons over his shoulders, basically a shotgun and an M16 or something to that effect. A couple of other weapons. He's wearing a suit because that's what he wears. And you can see the light shining from behind his bald head, and you can barely make out the massive scarage on his face. Unmistakably, it's his profile from where you stand. In the background, smoke is clearing, and he looks at you, and he says, "Stop." Commands you to stop. Do you want to stop, or do you want to make a check?
Stop drinking the dude?
All right.
Wait, is that what? It's the end of the scene, right? So I should have disintegrated this gentleman.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Is it the end of the scene? I feel like it's still part of the scene. It's the same
the end of the
location.
scene.
It's the same time.
The end of the scene.
Well,
Will I have my
scene?
strength?
A scene. To be clear, what is a scene? A scene is
Oh,
something
no.
that takes place in a certain place in a certain time and has continuity. This
The
is a
scene
scene.
ended
This is
when
still-
Mr. Archon Meyer faded to black.
That was the end of the scene for him, not for you. Your scene was continuing. Your scene was in the other room and was
No,
being
let
intercut.
me.
Go to film school, lady.
I'm going to fade to black.
You're gonna fade to black.
No.
Gustavius tosses you a steak.
I'll just say, you could have the one in the fridge.
You need to stop this. This
The
is
one in
not
the fridge.
acceptable. I cannot encourage this behavior.
Can I eat the one in the fridge?
No, Mercy, you cannot. I do not wish to find you in this compromising condition again.
I'll try and stake the dude then.
Okay. Well, so as soon as you take your fangs out of him, which was a few moments ago, he's taken a few seconds to come back to consciousness. So I'm going to let you have a free hit with a stake. So it's strength and melee.
Okay. So I get extra 3. Hold on, 1 sec. Yeah, extra 3.
An extra 3?
Well, I boosted up my strength
Right.
in that scene. So
Right, so it's that continues.
nope.
No, you didn't get. How many successes did you get?
-1.
-1. The stake literally breaks off as you go to do that. The vampire that you're fighting with, or that's there, he turns to grab you, and Gustav grabs him in the back and lifts him off the ground by the back of his shirt. Vincent, you are coming around, by the way.
Yeah.
You're at full blood. That's the good news. Mercy, what are you doing?
Well, the stake's like shattered, so I'm just gonna.
It's kind of snapped. I mean, you could use it again. It's a broken stake. It's still a wooden stake. You know, it's just shorter.
Okay, I'll try. 5. Okay, that's fine. There you go. Staked.
There you go. Staked. Okay, he is staked. He just collapses on in Gustav's arm. And
then I'm just gonna I'm gonna be argumentative with Gustav about this. I'm not gonna look him in the eyes because I know what dominate's like.
Gustav grabs your.
Damn it, Gustav!
Gustav grabs your head by the back of the head.
No, I'm not doing that.
He pulls your head back. He says, "You need to stop. You came here for one thing alone. This was not part of your plan."
You didn't give us the fine details of everything, so...
The details do not include
part of the
diablerizing every vampire that you have the potential to kill.
No, but it's part of the order.
Stop arguing with me, child. I will not listen to this. He pushes you against the wall and lets go of your head. He turns. Find Romulus. This is not the way.
You mean Remus?
Remus, he says Remus, that's me.
I toss my hair and I and I leave the room.
As you go to leave the room, he turns and stops you. Why did you come in here like this? What were you thinking?
Like
violence. Asking for Remus. Do you think that he is going by that name here?
I don't know. I don't even know the guy.
You have invited death upon yourself.
The guy came in here, sneaking in.
And
I was trying to do this quietly.
And then what happened? He reloads his shotgun. Then?
And then something happened, which set off alarms, which I don't know what happened.
You don't know how you set off the alarm?
No.
Truly. Vincent, how did the alarm get triggered? Vincent, how did the alarm get triggered?
It's, Barry can't remember. How did the alarm get triggered?
Out of game, I don't remember either.
Like I don't.
I've forgotten what happened.
The person up on the stairs might have done it, but I'm pretty sure I subdued them well enough. I don't know.
I recall that there was some violence that began.
Well, I just snuck in.
You just snuck in?
Yep, snuck in, staked around.
Oh,
went upstairs.
Cameras.
I stopped the cameras by like putting stuff over them.
Right. The ones that you know.
So that might have been the tip off, but I don't know. So okay. I did my part.
Gustav, having stopped you, he says, "This is not what I expected of this operation. I'm disappointed. I expected more subtlety."
Oh, we were going with subtlety.
You have started a war with the Sabbat in Rome. Are you fools? Are you trying to get yourselves killed?
Wait here a minute. The thing is, it all went sideways because this is a Sabbat-held area.
It went sideways when you came here as anything but Sabbat and began to ask the wrong questions.
What are we supposed to do?
Look for the leader, I told you. Join them and find their leader. Easy, not difficult.
You want me to join them?
My gods.
After fighting them for this long?
It's weird, but none of us were told that that's what we should do.
Infiltrate them, find Remus.
Yeah, that's it. There was no other details. We
What
did
do
it
you
our
think
way.
infiltration is?
Hey, look, I tried to sneak in. It didn't work out.
Are you any closer to finding him? Do you know if these Sabbat even know him?
I couldn't infiltrate them. They know what I am. They're not stupid.
You could come in some form of disguise, Vincent. He turns and begins walking up the stairs. Heavy steps on the rails. Dum, 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 dum. Find him. Deliver the message. The master wishes to speak with him.
All right.
He leaves the door open behind him as he goes, and you can hear the sound of a helicopter outside circling, and the flashing lights of searchlights pour through the doorway above.
All right.
Did he leave the guy behind?
Did he leave the guy behind?
Yeah.
He did leave the guy behind.
I nod and just like wait for my chance. Then I'm gonna go back to him.
All right, so you go back to the guy on the ground. Okay. All right. And you're gonna finish him.
Like if this was V5, I am a blood leech. This makes sense. Yeah.
All right. So
but yes,
you diablerize him.
All right.
So,
okay.
Barry, what are you going to do while she's diablerizing a vampire in the basement?
Well, apparently Archons don't have authority to...
I left one in the fridge for you.
Oh, thank you so much. All right. What other Sabbat holdings do I know in Rome?
Sabbat holdings in Rome. Well, there's a number of nightclubs. There are a number
Yeah,
of...
because there was a time when I had nothing to do with, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know that there are gangs in Milan. You know, it's not just gangs, it's the fucking mafia. You know.
Okay.
There are a number of compounds that you were once aware of. You don't know whether they still exist.
Okay.
You know that the Nosferatu never really left, and
I think I know where Remus is.
You do?
If I was Remus, it's where I would be. It would
where's
make
that?
my brother really, really angry.
Like squatting in the Temple of Mars or something?
Okay, Russell.
yeah.
Right.
Where, and I know this, where would Remus's I'm getting them all confused. Romulus is, when he was prince, where was his
Complex.
complex?
Right. Well, you recall it was underneath the opera house.
That's right. And what would piss my brother off more? If I took over his complex.
Right. That's quite possible.
So I'm going there.
Okay, so you just walk out, basically. You start going up the stairs and leave.
Do you want to come, or...
Yeah, I'm good now.
Mr. Winters, by the way, catches up with you at this point. They've taken the building now. They had a couple of casualties on the way.
There's a vampire in the fridge, by the way.
Police are moving in all over this place right now, and you are informed that the prince's forces have taken over the operation.
Okay, if the prince's forces... The prince's forces... Is not Rome an
oh, I'm sorry. What the fuck am I thinking? This is Rome. I keep thinking we're in Milan. No, you're quite right. Okay, so the prince's forces have certainly not taken over the operation.
Okay.
There are police here in number.
Before they get settled in, grab all the computer data you can find, all the paperwork, and get the hell out as fast as you can.
Well, all
Don't
right.
forget about the vampire.
I'm going to make you do a...
and there's a vampire in the fridge.
And who are you saying this to? The cops? To
Mr. Winters.
Mr. Winters, all right.
Yeah.
We're going to make a wits and investigation check to see what data you are able to obtain from the archives here. Investigation. Here it is.
And I'm going to regret this, but I'll use a willpower point for that.
PowerPoint on top of this. Okay.
It might get me out of trouble with the order.
That's three successes. 3 successes. I am going to have to think about that a little bit. Okay, you find some bankrolls, some bank statements, so you've got some ideas of some accounts that are connected to the business side of this, the upstairs nightclub here. You find evidence of all sorts of embezzlement and embroiling of funds, all sorts of dodgy practices.
Okay.
You find a list of suppliers, and you get a couple of names that seem familiar. One of those names, in fact, is, drum roll please, Griselda Blanco is a name on a list, and apparently Griselda Blanco has received money from these people. Griselda Blanco, in your memory, Vincent, is a Giovanni fucking princess who is apparently on the red list and is highly armed, highly dangerous, highly wealthy, and has many dangerous affiliations. Last thing you heard about her was in 1953. She apparently was almost tracked down by the Ventrue using the CIA and the MI6 to a castle in Jerusalem. There was a back-channel meeting involving Hamas a few years later, but there was no details that anybody found out. She is highly classified and on the red list. And her name is here, apparently. So that's what you get as you pull out of this place. All of your forces retreat. Where do you go? The pair of you.
Okay. You got enough blood in you?
Definitely.
So, Mercy, you've ended this guy, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Sadly, his generation is the same as yours. So.
What was that?
No,
What's his generation?
No gain, no pain.
What was his generation now?
Boy, we are persistent.
You are persistent. And
What was that though?
And for that, I
What
will
was it?
reward you with certain death.
Oh, come on. Don't look at my stats to figure that out.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna delete it.
so you're saying you don't have a generation? You're a human now.
No, I'm Kane.
Oh,
All right.
Okay, we're playing that game. Right?
All right.
That's a very lonely game.
So what was the generation?
His generation was 8th generation.
Okay. He was so OP for an 8th generation guy.
Well, you mean like you?
No,
Not
no,
like you.
Mercy's not OP at all.
No.
I'm
really
kind of Vincent's kind of pissed with himself because he should have thought of that first thing.
Right.
He might not be there, but he should have thought of that first thing.
Right. All
So
right.
we did.
Vincent, do you say anything as you start moving to the opera house from where you are?
Where are we going?
We are going to the old opera house. It's on, and he says the road.
So we've just been through that. You look like shit, and you want to go to see an opera? I don't see the connection here.
Vincent, are you going to heal at some point?
Yes, I'll use all that blood I've got to do that now.
All right. Well, there's a number of dead or dying people in the building that you can feed off as you travel.
I'll go for it. I'll go for it.
Sure you don't want vampire?
Mr.
There's a
Winters.
perfectly good vampire in the fridge.
Mr. Winters makes sure that you have adequate cover from the police when you feed, and keeps them shifted around you.
Okay.
And thusly, you find your way out to what vehicle?
The vehicle that has my clothes in it.
Right.
You had a van.
Now, notice that you do have at least one level of aggravated damage still, despite all the rest of your healing. So, I'm gonna have a little think about that. I'm gonna leave you at hurt.
So Vincent, do you think you could teach me how to move quicker? Because I think that's what I need more than anything.
Seeing as I'm the one that got you into this mess,
Yeah, that's all you.
I might as well teach you something useful.
Well, you might as well teach me something useful because we're all working towards the same goal here.
You don't need to convince me. Like I said, I got you into this mess. We'll train you up to be as good as you can be.
Good.
Though you're already pretty good as it is. I got a lot of
Could be
faith in
better.
you.
Thank you.
Come on, let's go.
All right. So, what vehicle did you take?
Van.
Van.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you drive through the central city of Milan in a van, heading past Porta Gabaraldi. I don't know how you say this stuff, but I'm hoping I'm right. And you head out to past the central station, Zona Buenos Aires, until eventually you get to this opera house, not far out of the central city. In fact, it is in the central city. Very good. All right, so you park the van. What do you do?
Now this is a long shot. He could be here. We could be dead 10 seconds after we open the door, or maybe not.
Honestly, I really wish you thought about this one before we went into the other place. Although, that guy was delicious, so maybe it was all worth it in the end. I don't know.
I never say I don't take you out for dinner. All right. Let's go. I go to what was the main entrance.
Can I have a flashbang? Yeah, I'll just take one.
From the truck.
I'm taking one.
Van, truck. Okay.
All weapons are refreshed and...
Okay, so you refresh all your weapons, you reload all the business.
Yeah.
So on and so forth. Very good. Okay, I propose we take a 5-minute break before we go to the opera house.
Okay.
So
Do you need 5 minutes to think?
I do need 5 minutes to think, but
You
beyond
can think
that,
of a name
think of a name.
for the new member of the White Room Club.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to say the character that was going to replace Mercy.
No, I can think of a character.
The name of
Hold
the
on
opera,
for
by
that.
the way, is Teatro dal Verme. I think,
Should we just call you T?
if I knew how to
So
pronounce.
did they give us
Italian.
did they give us what they think his new name might be? Bob after breakfast or something?
If they knew, they probably wouldn't get us to be doing this.
Yeah, I think you're starting to get the impression Gustav was kind of expecting you to be doing a little bit more intelligence gathering than shooting up the place. But, you
Why
know,
did he ask us again?
he thought you had 10 brain cells between you, but
Could have got a Nosferatu.
could have got a
Well,
Nosferatu.
you know, she needs all the practice she can get, and she did well. I don't know why they're moaning at her.
Yeah, there's that too. Alright, so look, guys, I'm going to see if I can run an ad break. Yeah, I've never done this before. I tried to do it earlier today. Didn't
You
work.
poor things. You
So I'm
poor
going
things.
to run an
Watch
ad break.
everything go.
And if you're still here when you come back, then you deserve our utmost attention and love and stuff. So, see you shortly. Right, be right back. Oof.
I will still be here. Sorry, I wonder if that actually worked.
Eh?
I wonder if his ad break actually works, because I can't see anything on here to say that it has. So.
And what kind of ads do they do for the ad break? You know.
All ads are horrible.
I know.
No
I
ads?
know.
Okay.
Kathy's
Oh, well.
perpetually sitting
I mean-
in her bed yelling at the ad break, going, "Oh, go away!"
So talk Ramada. I'm pretty sure you're subscribed anyway, so you wouldn't have ads.
Really?
Aw.
Yeah.
Damn it, Jordan. Stop.
What are you drinking?
Hmm. Just regular cuke. Not blood or anything. Not vampire blood.
No, well, nothing would would surprise me at this point.
Mhm.
You know, get into character in a big way. We discover you're really a vampire.
Yes, a vampire.
Looking for future vampires, and we failed miserably. Yeah.
I'm gonna eat so many vampires. So many vampires.
I wouldn't do any good as a vampire. I'd be going, no, I really don't want to eat you. So, well, I do, but I want to do it nicely. Yeah.
I'd probably be ruthless. What about you guys? If you guys were vampires, how do you think you would feed? Would you be seductive? Would you would you encourage all your Twitch fans to come over so you can drink from them? Sorry, I'm asking the audience. I'm sorry, Barry.
No, I realized that. I realized what you're doing.
Would you go to blood banks and just drink from bagged blood? Would you drink from animals specifically? Would you be a consensualist? Make sure that you ask them first and they're on board with it. What other ones are there?
I know how I'd do it. I'd start a cult.
Oh, so Cyrus, I think it is.
Yeah. I'd start a cult.
Okay.
That way I could get my,
Right.
I'd
You
have
drink
to
from
hunt.
the people that worship you.
Yeah.
Screaming dark for a moment.
And some of them would get awfully strong. Some of my cult would get awfully strong.
Right. Okay. No mercy. Sorry.
Did you say show no mercy?
Oh no, Talk Ramadan was like, I would kill no mercy.
Okay,
It
so
was perfect for mercy. She also kills with no mercy.
Barry, as you approach the opera house,
Yes.
you can make a perception alertness check.
Okay. Off I go. I'm doing it.
You're doing
I've done it.
Excellent.
All those 10s were wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great. No.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
Let's see how that goes. One success. Okay, outside the opera house, You see various people walking past on their way about their business, doing things. It's, the middle of the night at this point. It's about 11 p.m. actually. And all of the gunfire, all the stuff you've been doing is a few, a good 10 minutes drive away from where you are now. So the cops and what have you are not in this area. So it seems fairly quiet, except for the helicopter you can see in the distance behind you. It seems to be circling. Another one turns up down there as well. Looks like a meteor chopper. But there seems to be one figure that seems to be kind of lurking outside the front of the opera house.
Okay.
Whereabouts do you want to park? Close to or far away, or where?
Well, I'm not. I don't want to come on as a hostile thing, so we'll park a little way from it, just a little way.
So, like a few minutes walk?
Yeah, a few minutes walk.
Like a block?
Yeah, and I'll walk a block.
Okay, so you're gonna get out. You get out of the car and you start walking. Mercy, are you with him?
Yep.
Yes, I still have the helmet on and the body armor. I feel like
what did you do with the ash of the vampire that you dablerized earlier?
I'm still wearing it.
The ash.
I would have just dusted it off.
All right. Cool. Well, you're pretty covered in dust and shit anyway from the interior of that place and all the smoke and dust that was coming down, the concrete dust and so on.
Yes.
So it's all in your hair and shit.
Well, I was wearing the helmet, right? So I'm hoping that the helmet has given me anonymity.
Okay.
Pretty much the entire time.
All right. So now that you get out of the car on a main street, are you going to be wearing a helmet?
So, Vincent, do you think I look cool with the helmet on? Should I keep it? Does it make me look edgy?
It would be cool, except for those letters that you've got on the front.
The letters? What are you talking about?
Yes, those letters.
What are the letters?
It's a security helmet.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, I'll take it off. I'll take that off. I'll keep the body armor on.
All right.
And I'm going to shift my image because I can.
Okay, so this is obfuscate level 3. You're using a mask of 1,000 faces.
Yes.
Okay, what do you look like now?
I am going to look like I want to be like one of those wallflowers you don't pay attention to.
Okay.
It's pretty much Mercy from before she had her makeover.
Right. Why don't we get?
But without the Mercy's face.
Mercy, why don't we get an expression, wits and expression check, please? Unless you'd like to use, unless you want to make it manipulation and expression.
I think I'll go with manipulation.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. 2.
2 successes. Okay. Well, you definitely look different.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Cool. So you get out of the vehicle. What are you carrying in your hands, both of you?
My hands will be free.
Bearing in mind, Mercy, that you can transform any object in your hand into an umbrella or a bag or a satchel or a fucking baby, whatever you want.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool, actually. It'd be funny to have a baby, but I don't think she'll really have anything. Yeah, she'll have concealed like all her knives and stuff. So.
Okay, so you got all your knives back now, I assume. You've locked and loaded. You've rearmed yourselves. You've each got. How many grenades does each of you have on you?
I'll have,
if any,
2 flashbangs.
2 flashbangs for Mercy. Okay, 2 flashbangs for Mercy. And Vincent, any grenades?
I have fragment grenades.
Fragmentation grenades, not flammable ones, not incendiary grenades.
1 incendiary.
So 2 fragmentations and 1 incendiary, and Mercy's got 2 flashbangs.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What weapons do you have, Barry?
My sword.
Yeah.
My
your sword is currently like you're getting out of a car in the middle of a city with a katana. Like, is it concealed?
It's in it's wrapped.
It's in a case, or it's wrapped up in cloth.
Yeah.
Which one of those? Case or cloth?
Case.
Okay.
Case.
Very good. Case has a strap on it, so you can put it over your back.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so you get out of the car with this case. You got any other weapons? Guns, concealed guns, knives, stakes?
got a steak.
A steak. Okay, cool. Where is it? Boot,
And
boot or jacket or sleeve or where?
Boot.
Okay, cool.
Boot. Got Glocks. 2 Glocks.
2 Glocks. Are they? Where are they? Holstered at your hips?
Halted at my one's at my hip.
Yep.
And one's
in your jacket.
on the shoulder, on the shoulder
holster.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Does anybody have any special identifications or anything with them? No.
No.
Nothing like that. Okay, cool. All right. So you get out of the car and you begin walking towards the opera house. All right. Mercy and both of you can make perception alertness checks.
3.
3 successes. Okay. Ooh, that's a 10. 4 successes.
4.
Okay, Barry, Vincent. Something happens that kind of strikes you. The figure that you saw outside the front of the opera house turns, and for a moment you see that they're wearing a top hat and carrying a cane with a long coat. And the silhouette strikes a familiar profile, and you recall a vampire you once knew in Rome that
I do actually recall.
Used to be the keeper of Elysium. His name is Maximilian.
Okay.
And so as you approach, you become more and more certain that this is indeed Maximilian that you are approaching. Charlie, you just noticed the top hat, the cane, and the cloak. Or coat, rather. It's like a trench coat. He's wearing knee-high boots. It's a very sharp-looking figure. All right. And how do you approach? You just walk up to him?
Yep. Because I mean no hostility.
Very good.
I walk up to him, and he knows me anyway, so what's the point of hiding shit?
Right. So as you approach, he's got his back to you, and you've recognized him from behind. And as he hears you coming, you get up to about 5-10 feet away. He spins around quickly, drawing a sword from his cane and pointing it at you. And he holds it there for a moment as slowly recognition comes across his face.
So that's how you greet a friend, huh? Long time no see, Max.
Vincent Meyer, you have come to the wrong place. It has been a long time.
There's someone I need to see.
You can't come in here, Mr. Meyer. Who's your friend?
If she's a friend of mine, she's a friend you can trust. I want to have an audience with Remus. Is he in?
He looks down for a moment and looks back up at you. He says, this is not a safe place for you, Vincent. Things have changed here.
I know it's not. Is he in? Can you get me an audience?
I cannot dissuade you, can I?
His brother wants to speak with him.
Come inside. He lowers the cane and slides the sword back into the shaft.
You want my weapons?
He shrugs. I didn't think so. He pushes the doors open and you enter into the opera house.
Max,
He turns.
this is oh come on. Mercy.
Adams?
This is
Nope,
Mercy.
nope.
No?
No.
Did you give me a false name?
My name is Kiara. And when I turned into a plain person, I turned into Kiara. Kitty.
Oh, you would have told me at the van. Did you tell me at the van? 'Cause I would have said Kiara.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. She's a Malkavian.
Apparently this is Kiara.
I see.
Mm.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Chiara. He walks over to you and takes your hand if you allow him to.
Sure, I do, but I'm also gonna pull off probably the world's worst Irish accent. So
All right, that's fine. He takes off he tips his top hat to you as he bows before you down on one knee and
Top of the morning to you.
he kisses your hand.
That's. I'm not. I don't.
And are you speaking in Italian? You're speaking in an
No.
Irish accent in Italian. Is that
Sure.
That's what I'm hearing.
Well, Kiara always had an Irish accent, so I'm gonna try. Pull off an Irish accent.
It's not terrible.
So
It's not terrible. Keep
I'm
going.
doing my best to do it.
Doing your best to do an Irish accent.
Irish accent.
All right then. You're going to get us all
Right
talking in
then.
Irish accents now. All right then.
Hey,
So, yep.
Are you two gonna get on with it or what? You know.
All right. Enough
It's
with
a
the Irish.
pleasure to meet you. I don't know how the words sound. I don't.
All right.
Yeah.
He so thusly having kissed your hand, he rises back to his feet. He turns on his heels and starts walking, clopping across the marble tiles to the back of the foyer, where he heads for a door and opens it. It looks like it's a service entrance into some sort of staff area behind, the backstage kind of a thing. He leads you around behind the opera house backstage, down the stairs into the basement, past all of the hair and makeup departments and the props departments and so forth, until you get as far down as you think you're going to go, whereupon he opens another door, a secret door behind a bunch of shelves that he slides out. Here. You want to meet Remus? Here.
Right here.
You know the way. Nothing has changed.
All right.
Thank you kindly, sir. Mercy's just like, I suck at this.
Vincent just goes,
Forgive me, Kira, he says. You have a very interesting aura.
Okay, thank you, sir.
How is it that you are able to operate together?
I know, right?
He smiles. You notice he has some gold teeth in his mouth. Some of his front teeth are gold, plated at least.
You know what? I'm gonna check his aura.
All right.
He checks mine, I check his. I don't remember what the roll is. So
Perception and empathy.
cool. And what's the difficulty?
Difficulty on this roll is going to be 8.
Okay. Nope.
No successes. Okay, yeah, his aura seems to be kind of shifting, and I mean, you can't even tell if he's a vampire. The other thing that you might notice is you think he's got some sort of level of obfuscate, which seems to be interfering with your aura perception.
I'm just gonna look at him.
Please, he steps aside from the door.
Thank you. And it was a pleasure to meet you.
And you, my lady. And he steps back, and you guys go down through the door, do you?
Yes.
Yes?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, closes the door behind you. You're in a dark corridor leading down.
Oh, thank God. That was so hard. I can't do Kiara's accent. It's so hard. That guy was a Malkavian, right?
I can't remember, to tell you the truth.
He said he could see me. He's shifty. Well, he's a little bit shifty. I could smell it on him.
Smell it on her. Smell
Yeah.
it on her.
I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but Remus is older than me.
Oh yeah, no, I got that.
So,
Right, okay, so be polite. Don't bite into him and drink him up all his blood. Don't say anything too mainstream and modern because he probably won't get it. Don't point to the fact that he's quite old. I'm pretty sure old people don't like being reminded that they are.
Yeah. And what's the other thing?
There's more.
Oh, there's lots more.
Don't ask stupid questions.
Good one. That's the one that mostly.
Was that
I
even
was-
on your list?
Oh,
Was that the top of the list?
that was at the top of the list.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So you head on down, and you, Mercy, Vincent is leading you down through this labyrinthine series of tunnels and stairs, going deeper into the earth, essentially. This is not a sewer. This is not a modern construction. This seems to be an ancient passageway. You can make a wits and investigation check if you want,
Sure.
if you care to.
Well, it means I get to roll more. So
You do. You get
sure.
to roll more dice, and
Just
everyone.
a one.
Whenever you get to roll dice, that's a win.
Just a one.
Just one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, look. Off the bat, you think it feels like ancient Roman sewers that
Right.
you're descending into, disused at that, very dry. And you can see as you get deeper, Vincent leads you through some old gates that have been rusted off their hinges, into a new area where there are painted mosaics on the walls.
Vincent stops.
They're faded, but barely.
Vincent stops, turns around, looks at her, and says, "You're a mother. You sure you want to go where I'm going?"
I probably have more in common with him than you do.
In what way?
In the way that I believe that he is more of a free spirit than you are. He won't. I can imagine that he won't succumb to being a part of the Camarilla, or maybe he's loosely Sabbat. We're kind of similar. We just want to do our own thing. Who cares about all this new vampire nonsense?
This newfangled business.
Remember one thing, though.
Convention of thorns, schmorns.
To him, you're just a piece of dust, and so am I.
I've already met him before.
Yeah, but that's because he chose it to happen. If we go any further down here, we may never come back. That's the choice I'm giving you.
Well, I'm
Right.
pretty sure he's well aware that we're here. I don't think
One-
there's any going back for me. And I start walking ahead.
I'm gonna sneeze in a moment. I'm just warning you.
Okay,
You know
I
how you have
walk
that
with her.
feeling?
If you sneeze and if you hit that mute button, you mute us all, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
I can do that? I can mute you all? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. All right,
So sneeze aloud.
you continue on until you get to what turns out to be an underground canal. You open up, the tunnel opens out onto this canal, and on either side of it there is a walkway, but in the center of it it's about 10 feet wide. And as you move down the wall, following the pathway, it comes to a stop, but there is a gondola in the water, in the grey water. You don't know what kind of water it is, to be honest. I mean, if it is a sewer, it's a disused sewer. It's just full of storm water, probably, and very, 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 very old poos. So, yeah, Barry, you are aware that this gondola used to be part of the whole complex system. You'd use it to get to the prince's court,
Yeah.
to the inner court at least.
I do what I did.
All right. So
What
you-
is this, like the Erebus River?
The what? What? What are you doing?
Erebus River? I was doing a whole like ancient Roman joke thing. I suppose it's the river to Tartarus or whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Right. Not the river
You mean
Styx.
you want to pay the
There's
ferryman?
more to it.
Right.
I mean, maybe we should have come equipped with coins. Well, I'm pretty sure I've got some coins on me.
Why would
You
you
think?
why would you be carrying coins, Mercy?
Do you think they'll break a note or something?
Why would you be carrying money?
Because we spend money.
Well,
Who are you for me to talk to?
I don't know. This is well. It could be
Philippe Rigaud, what the hell? Stop.
Could be Philippe Rigaud in Mercy's white room. Yeah.
I put away my money.
You carry plastic. You don't carry money. Are you?
All right. For Vincent says, if we don't make it, although it probably doesn't matter to you,
Right.
I'm proud of you.
I put my hand on his shoulder. I'm proud of you as well.
Let's do it, kid.
All right. So you get on the gondola, and you there's a pole which you use to push your way along the river, this path, this canal, this underground canal. And it goes on for a while through the darkness. You both have gleam of red eyes?
Nope.
No. Barry, are you using gleam of red eyes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't see where I'm going.
Has anyone got heightened senses?
I guess you're driving then.
Yeah.
I'm not using heightened senses.
You're not using heightened senses? Okay.
I would think I know this. If they haven't changed anything, I would think I know it by heart.
Yeah.
We're in an ancient sewer.
Yeah, so you can. It doesn't actually smell. To be fair, it's dusty, but it doesn't smell bad.
To be honest,
like,
one of my flaws is that I can't smell anything.
really?
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Okay, so all right, keep that in mind.
It has come up a few times.
All right, we'll keep that in mind, especially during perception checks. That
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
well hit
in
it.
which case, I am going to get a perception check, incidentally, on the side.
Is this a smell check or is this a?
This could be either, actually.
Okay, well I'm using my eyes and ears.
All right,
probably.
so this is for you. It's eyes and ears. For Barry,
2.
You get 2 successes. Barry, your perception alertness check is a drum roll, please. 1 success.
1. Yeah.
Okay. Somewhere in the distance, you think you hear a sound that sort of sounds like.
I hear a grumbling.
Not to
Grunting?
worry. Whatever it is, we'll come across it sooner or later.
All right. So you continue along for a fair bit further until you get to an intersection, and Vincent, you follow the signs. You recognize the marks in the walls. Do you point them out to Mercy? Do you tell her about them?
Yeah, I tell her stories of the time before and what it was like.
Okay.
Were you this old?
I was this old, yes.
That's pretty damn old.
Pretty damn old, but not old enough to survive this.
Right. So you turn to the right at this T-junction, and you head
Yeah.
off down another way. Eventually, you can see light ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make another perception alertness check, both of you.
Mm-hmm.
2.
2 for you. And rolling for Vincent presently, 3 successes. Okay, well, you both hear this sound coming from up ahead, and you can hear the sounds of possibly talking or whispering coming from. Can you hear the sound?
I can.
Wow, that's bizarre.
Someone's cat.
I know, someone's cat, not mine. I'm taking it as yours, Barry. You got a cat
That's
there.
ours.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that cat can have inspiration for providing sound effects.
Sheba, can I borrow your inspiration, please? No. Isis.
Okay, so approaching further, you come to another to a boat dock, essentially, a spot where you can pull over and get off the boat. and get back onto the new pathway that has emerged from the darkness here. Up ahead, you can still see this light shining through from ahead. It looks a little bit flickery, a little bit like firelight, perhaps. Has an orange hue, but it's quite diffuse. And you've been in the darkness for a good half an hour at this point. So you get off the boat onto the dry land and you begin to approach. And as you get closer, you see that the hole where the light is coming from is that the tunnel ahead rises and begins to break down to the point where there's really no pathway, just rocks, and it sort of slides forth into a large cavern. And as you get to the edge of the hole, you can see inside. And you realize that this is like an amphitheater underground. And you can see that it's all overgrown with weeds and all sorts of shit like that. There's trash and all kinds of other stuff lying about. You see like a car body leaning up against a wall. You don't even know how the fuck that got here. And all sorts of other shit.
How the fuck did that get here?
Your guess is as good as mine.
And there is a lion sitting next to the car body. In fact, you know what? It's sitting on the bonnet of the car. And it looks around in your direction. Are you stealthing at all?
No, obfuscate.
Obfuscate for you?
I'm gonna go behind Vincent, obfuscate.
Vincent, what are you doing?
I just stand there.
You just stand there. Alright.
I'm not showing any weapons or anything.
Alright, the cat slowly begins to rise, yawns for a moment. You know how cats yawn.
Yeah.
And then it slowly pops down off the bonnet of the car, 1 foot at a time, doof, 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 and begins to pace kind of not directly towards you, but kind of across in front of you. It's about
Not doing anything.
It's about 30, 40 feet away at this point. Looking down into this amphitheater ahead of you, you can see a large table made of stone on one side, and you can see what appears to be a kind of throne. And from above, there seems to be light coming through a broken shaft of light coming through a broken ceiling, shining down onto this throne. And on the throne sits this beautiful young man. He does not look unlike Mardon. However, instead of black hair, he has golden locks curled up, and it's quite short and curly around his head, like a wreath of light. He is majestical, I can only say. Vines and what have you grow over the edges of the throne around him, and now that you can see, there are a whole bunch of men and women laying about on the steps of this amphitheater, in all sorts of compromised positions and situations. Some of them appear to be vampires, others appear to be slaves, thralls, ghouls, victims of blood. And at a quick glance, you might guess there would be 10 vampires in this room, perhaps.
I think once the lion disappears, I'll reemerge.
The lion has not disappeared. It's simply it's just begun circling you.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Well, I'll look to Vincent, and he doesn't look phased at all, so I'll just
move. Okay, so you unveil?
Yeah.
Okay, so we now have Mercy as Mercy.
Nope, I will still look like Kara.
Okay, so you're still Kira.
Well, that's how I came in, sir.
Uh-huh. I wonder
I
how,
say to Mercy, is that the statue? Is that the statue you saw at my house?
Does he look like the statue?
It looks precisely like the statue that you saw at his house, except he has colour and is not made of stone. He is, however, wearing gold-coloured or bronze greaves on his legs and arms, and segmentata armour. which is like Roman legionaries' segmented plate armor. At his side, there is a Roman helmet with a red plume like a centurion's helmet. And you see a couple of other things, a sword and a shield lying around and things nearby.
Does he look like the Emperor card?
Does he look like the Emperor card? Oh, it depends on what deck we're talking about.
Oh, right. Okay, well, a standard,
You're talking
not
about
the top deck.
You're thinking about like the Arthur Waite deck?
Yeah.
Which is probably the most standard tarot deck around. Let me have a quick look. Arthur Waite, Tarot, Emperor. Helps if you spell it right. Emperor is one of those words that I fuck up. Does he look like him? No.
Okay.
Only vaguely, in the vaguest sense, in that he's sitting on a throne and he's wearing, armor and stuff. But
Yeah.
No. This is a young man. He looks. If I was going to paint a picture of him vividly using examples, have you seen the movie Gladiator? Do you remember Joaquin Phoenix in that? Joaquin
Oh, okay.
Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God. Okay. Okay, great.
Except that he's buff.
Okay.
Right. And he looks up at you, and you see as he stands, his eyes light up red like a gangrel's might. And these two beams of light kind of permeate the gloom from where he is. The lion continues to walk around you in a circle, moving to a position behind you.
Okay.
Yes.
When I'm obfuscated as something else,
Hmm.
could I also, like, if my outward self is like looking directly at someone, could my inward self not be?
I let you make a manipulation and subterfuge check if you want to try something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I've just got one. Okay, great.
One success. All right. What are you looking at, and what are you trying not to look at?
I just want to look like off to the side, of someone. So like.
Right, to avoid dominate.
Yeah.
Right, you're trying not to make eye contact.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Say looking at the mouth.
Right.
Potentially.
Right. Or.
Oh God. Okay. And the Majesty.
Majesty or.
There we go. Thank you.
I already Majesty you.
Yeah, we're already on our knees.
Right, so before you know it, you find yourselves on your knees in front of this golden-haired, majestic figure who has stood up from this throne, and he picks up this Roman short sword, this gladius, and examines the edge of the blade and looks at you. Vincent Meyer, he says. I'm surprised to see you here. And who is this specimen that you bring? He points the tip of the blade at Mercy's throat and smiles at you, Mercy. You find that you're unable to move. Unless you want to spill willpower points.
I hear you already know this one.
I will shimmer out of my Kiara outfit.
Okay.
Because he already knows who I am. We've already met.
He repeats the words that you just thought back to you. Indeed, we have already met. Now you come here with word from my brother. Is that true?
Exactly that, my lord. He wishes to have a confab with you.
He kneels down in front of you, Vincent. Romulus wishes to speak to me. After all these years.
The very same, my lord.
And all that has passed between us.
I imagine so.
Now, do not fear. I do not intend to shoot the messenger. And he runs.
I don't fear, my lord.
He runs.
I respect.
He runs a caring hand through your hair, Vincent, as he speaks. I'm glad you came back. I've missed you dearly.
So what can I tell him?
Tell him that if he wishes to speak to me, he can come here himself, and that I called him a coward and a fool.
I will repeat those words, my lord.
Will you? That is a brave soul that you are, that you would repeat such words to my brother, Romulus, former Prince of Rome.
There is a...
Do you not fear his retribution, Mr. Meyer? Or should I call you Archon? Archon Meyer. You have risen to great heights. Do you recall the days in Rome where you spent here with Gustavius when he was an Archon, before even a Justica?
I recall those days. I'm just trying to get two brothers back together, that's all.
I can still give you your soul back, Vincent.
I bet you could, my lord.
What does that mean?
Nothing to you, my dear.
I've seen the statue too. Except it scared the living daylights out of me.
Well, I think you're batting for the wrong team, Vincent. I think you should change sides. I think you should both come to me. Stay here in Rome. Stay for a while. See if you like it. I guarantee you, I'm a lot more fun than my brother.
If you get together, we could have a lot more fun.
I'm not sure Vincent Romulus is a stick in the mud, a stickler for the rules. Well, you know, bleeding heart. He wants to save the world. And it just isn't worth it. Some people need to die.
That's true. Some people do.
So what's your goal here
My goal.
when the end of the world comes?
The end of the world. When the end
Do you
of the
believe
world
in it?
comes, I intend to be a part of it. I intend.
And then what?
To
What do you get out
ride-
of that?
What do you think the end of the world is, Mercy? What do you think that means? Armageddon? Gehenna? The end
Well,
of days? What does that mean to a vampire?
From what I hear, yeah, Gehenna. Like Cain coming, well, Cain getting all his children to come back so he can drink them like juice boxes.
So you're afraid of Cain?
No,
No. Well, what are you
And-
afraid of then? What do you fear, Mercy Adams?
From what I've seen, not much.
Well, you
I
might
like to think of the world as a massive joke.
It's not a joke, Mercy. It's a playground for us.
Well, I can't argue that.
It's like an amusement park or a theme ride.
Yeah, and like if you want to always have like the best high, right?
Yes. See, Vincent, your friend gets it. She's already coming around.
I got it a long time ago.
So
Yeah,
why don't
it
you?
makes a lot of sense.
Why don't you join us, Vincent?
Because I like doing things my way.
Are you sure it's not simply because of the fact that after so many years of groveling and scratching for power, you've finally become an Archon and they've given you a badge and a certificate, and now you can wander about the globe enforcing the masquerade and the 6 traditions of the Camarilla? Do you think It is worth it. Do you think it is anything more than that?
Actually, I got the badge and the certificate to help out some friends in Chicago.
Could I do some, how was it, aura perception checks?
You want to do an aura perception?
Yeah.
You can make a. First of all, you can make a. What do we call this? This is a courage check.
Okay. Courage check. Let's go. Other 3. Yeah. Nope.
No.
It's not.
You can't bring yourself to it. You're just kind of scared of what you'll see, if anything. And the cat, the lion, has come right up behind you, Mercy, and it boofs into the side of you as it kind of moves past you, rubbing itself against you like a cat against a pillar.
Hello, kitty.
And it kind of knocks you off one foot. Meet Amra, the lion.
Amra.
Yes. My pet. My favorite one.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
It puts out a low, rumbling growl. Almost like a purr, in fact.
You know, I love
It
cats.
sits down next to you, puts its head
Would I be
between
able
its
to, like,
paws.
scratch him? Or him or her? Out of game.
It's a him.
Mane?
He has a mane.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it has a mane.
You know what? Maybe I'm stepping over a mark. Yeah, I won't do that.
Remus leans back in this chair. He sits back down again and places the sword across his lap.
So you want me to give him your message then?
I think, Vincent, that you should stay, at least for a little while. It's only polite, don't you think? I mean, you've come all this way to Rome, after all, and you're visiting here with an old friend. Why not stay? Spend some time with
As
us.
long as there's no domination involved. Of course, my lord. Your will is my command.
Ah, Vincent, you're so practical and forward. I do enjoy that about you. You would make such an excellent Sabbat Templar. And
Oh, you're a Sabbat.
me?
Yeah.
Am I a Sabbat?
Are you a Sabbat?
Mercy Adams. You are a member of the Order of the Temple of Mars, are you not?
Yeah.
Are you a Camarilla?
Hell no.
Well,
No fucking way.
and
They're the worst.
do you utilize the Camarilla in any way?
Well, I walk around with this guy, so I
see.
suppose that's utilizing him.
She uses them to the best of her abilities.
The Camarilla and the Sabbats are children to me and my brother. These factions never existed in our time. They are nothing but toys to us. Am I a Sabbat? Am I a member of this new burgeoning organization that has flourished since the Convention of Thorns? I do not feel that I am identical with it, no. I should not think so. They have different goals, the least of which is that they would rise up and drink my blood if they knew who I was. After all, they set so much purpose to tracking down and diablerizing their elders and their betters. No, Mercy, I'm not Sabbat, but some of the Sabbat is mine.
Right.
I hope
Right.
it wasn't the nightclub down the road, my lord.
I can forgive you, Vincent. It was a mistake, an honest mistake, I'm sure. You did not mean to come to Rome and upset me or offend me. I can see that now. Did
So
you?
what is the price I have to pay?
Did I mention a price?
There's going to be one.
I've invited you to stay in Rome. No?
Well, I must admit, Rome is still a nice, quiet little place with you in charge.
Quiet. Yes. Yes. See? I haven't let things get out of hand at all, have I?
No, and you've still got the same doorman.
Well, it's one of many entrances to this place.
I know.
Not the only way in and out.
Can I ask a personal question? Vampire to vampire.
Vampire to vampire. Hold a moment. Torquemada 76. Torquemada. I'm trying to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. That character I like, is that a question or a statement? I'm trying to work it out.
I think it's a statement about Remus.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 10 points for you. All right. Please go on.
If you could settle your differences, wouldn't you give it a try?
Settle my differences with Romulus.
Yes.
To what end? I should drink his blood.
Wait, what happened here between you two a long time ago? Was it just wars, a power? Is that what you guys were fighting for? What happened?
Oh, mercy. You poor dear. You think that everything is reconcilable.
Oh no, God no! I killed my father. So
Then
my
perhaps
very first kill.
perhaps you begin to understand our predicament then.
I mean, you could work together and hate someone.
Can you though?
Yeah, you can. I used to, like, my boss at my work was such a horrible piece of shit, but I had to work with him in order to get the money. So, yeah, sometimes you have to.
We'll do talk. Just talking to talk on the thing. You know what I'm doing. Okay.
I think you and him could do twice the work together and make this profitable in more ways than one.
Profitable. Profitable.
I'm not talking money as well, you know.
Oh, well, do tell. I'm interested in your perception.
You're both creative.
Oh, well.
You're both intelligent. Use it. And I mean that as a compliment, my lord.
I'm sure you do, Vincent.
But I also mean it.
Honestly, like, the whole intention is for you two to talk. There's nothing more that we can do. We are simple plebs. So, if you guys could just do that, I mean, we could get you both cell phones. They exist.
You are
These kind of people
priceless.
don't do cell phones.
The
What about
pair
emails?
of you are priceless. I'll tell you what. You tell my brother to meet me in 1 month's time at the Circus Maximus in Rome and tell him to bring his chariot, and we shall see.
All right.
Now,
So what you're challenging him to, like a chariot battle, like old Roman style?
he will know exactly what I'm talking about.
Is this
Do I still
in
get
honor
to
of
stay here
pride?
for all?
Or
Sorry, what was your question, Barry?
Do I still get to stay here for all?
Certainly, if you wish.
I look forward to it, my lord.
You could send your friend Mercy to deliver the message while you stay.
what? I have to go? I thought maybe you could teach me more about how to puppeteer Sabbat and Cam at the same time.
But you see,
That's
there is a
interesting to me.
conflict of interest that I see, Mercy Adams. And the conflict is that you work with and for my brother. And as long as that continues, I am not at liberty to assist you with just any old thing. I may be persuaded to perhaps do you a personal favor from time to time because I like you, and I would prefer that you join my team.
Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't take the opportunity to talk to me before I joined them. Like, I do remember seeing you, but that's all I remember. You never came to me and was like, hey, why don't you join me? We're cool. We've got like Sabbat, we've got crazy sex and like all that stuff. Like, you never came to me.
Well,
She's got a point.
curious that you mentioned these things. I have heard a rumor that since I met you, I have discovered that you have single-handedly removed more than one individual from the red list. Is that not true, Mercy Adams?
Not since you met me. It was before you met me.
That was before. Well, by rights, I should put you in the ground for that.
Why?
Well, my allies are Sabbat. You've been
Yes,
destroying them.
but those guys weren't really playing on your side.
I see.
Yeah, sorry.
I see. Tell me, Vincent, why is it that my brother has begun to tolerate those of the blood of Molkarv within his associates? He was never that way inclined in the past, with the exception of Maxwell, of course.
Well, let us say he's changed his attitude about many things.
Truly.
Yes,
Well,
he's adapting.
as am I.
Yes, and I hope you both adapt.
What if, as an alternative to all of this nonsense, both of you were to join me and the Sabbat here in Rome, and we were to launch a campaign against Milan, and we were to take his territory and him? Perhaps Mercy, he looks at you now, and he puts an image in your mind of the three of you feeding off Romulus.
Weirdly, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. Like, it does sound like it would give me more power, etc., but I don't know.
What's wrong with that?
I kind of want to see the long game.
You want to see the long game. What do you think that is?
I think if I stay with Romulus, I will see the end.
You'll see the end. You'll see an end, all right. I'm sure of that.
As fun as this all is, like, and it does look like fun. Like, I love drinking from like my own kind. It's delicious. It's just something about your brother.
You like
It's just
him
amazing.
more than I. Why am I not surprised?
I mean, well, I've, had his blood. I haven't had your blood, though.
Would you like some?
I look at Vincent.
He picks up the Roman helmet, the centurion's helmet from next to him, and he turns it upside down.
Right.
And then he cuts his wrist with a wolf claw from his thumb.
Up to you.
Bleeds into the helmet.
Vincent says, up to you. And just stand there. I'm not going to stop you. You're a big girl.
Mercy Adams. Drink the blood of a Methuselah.
Oh, that's so tempting. I do love some good meth blood.
My lord, she already does drink the blood of a Methuselah.
Drink the blood of two brothers.
I get the funny feeling if somebody else came in here and he was the Methuselah, and he said that your brother had the blood of piss, you'd tear him apart.
I would drink your blood, but
Remus steps forward to you holding the cup in front of him, Can you make a perception alertness check? Mercy.
Sure, thank you.
And this is you can't smell at all. Is that true?
Yeah. No. No.
No. No successes.
No.
Negative successes or just no successes?
Just 0.
0. Okay.
Up
and
to you.
are you still trying to avoid eye contact with him at this
Yeah.
point? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He carries the helm right up to you and tries to put it in your hands. Drink.
A little bit longer.
I would drink only if you're working alongside your brother. But because I've had your brother's blood, I have to decline. I'm sorry. It's just ingrained in me now. Although it was so tempting.
Such a waste.
I know.
He splashes the blood from the Roman helmet out across the floor. The lion gets up and pushes past you and begins lapping it up off the floor.
And I look at the cat like, I'm so envious of you. I'm so envious. Bastard. But yeah.
Well, I suppose I can give you 3 nights' grace here in Rome. I will not allow my forces to attack you or hurt you in that time. After that, I should expect you to be on your way home to your master. Is that fair? In the meantime, you may spend time with me, or you may come and go for 3 nights.
Barry.
I just muted you, Barry, just for a second, so you'd push to talk.
Well, that sounds delightful. I'll speak on behalf of Vincent. Why don't we stay here for a little bit? We'll, partake of some of the people you have here.
Very well.
Is that what they're here for? Are they food?
Be my guest.
Okay, what? It's kind of like a cheap way of getting a good generation boost.
There are no shortcuts.
Okay. Sweet. Well, I feel like Vincent should be here.
Yeah, we should take a moment to wait till he comes back. Should we take a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So while we're doing that, how is everyone doing?
How's everyone doing? I'm gonna hit the 1 minute ad break button, guys. So stick around.
Most of them can't actually see the ads because they have subbed.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, I'm gonna get a pound of my nose then, and I'll be back. I'll be right back.
Okay.
These commercial messages.
Goodbye. Right. So that's good. Are there any questions you'd like to ask? Because we've been playing this game for like a year and a half, so it's understandable if you have some questions. Like, I can tell you that my character is Merci Adams. She is originally from Chicago. We started playing a game that was based in Chicago. She isn't really affiliated with the Camarilla or the Sabbat. Sorry, Barry, Russell's not here at the moment. She's killed 2 members of the RID list, which is like the FBI's most wanted list for vampires. And she did that because at one point she, like in very early days, she found a child called Mimi. Well, she named her Mimi. How do I explain this? She was very new. This was her first kill. Her brother or husband at the moment, it's really hard to explain. He went upstairs, killed the little girl's parents, and I was supposed to kill this little girl but instead I kind of fell in love with her and wanted to make her my own. She knew the Hello Kitty song, and that's it really. She came home with me, and she's had a very hard life since. So this little 4-year-old being raised as a ghoul, it's rough. Mimi has been kidnapped by the Sabbat, and then Mercy went and saved her along with Peter Wicks. Peter Wicks killed one of the Sabbat, and I diablerized the other. Yeah, like the interview with the vampire. Wow, that's crazy. I hadn't thought of that, but yes. So yeah, I got the little girl back. That was my second diablerie, and ever since then, I've just made it that Mercy is a blood leech, or someone that drinks from vampires. So Mimi also had been warped by this Mitzi. So when I got her back, she was able to pull off her skin and rip it open. And then there was like this little monstrous creature. And so my next goal was to try and make it so that she wouldn't end up dying and becoming one of these monsters. So I put her into cryostasis, and I went and found out the guy that did it. We took Mimi to him. He fixed her up good enough. There's only like maybe one thing that was an issue. And then after that, we killed him too. So that was 2 Sabbat members killed. Yay. After that, Vincent saw the potential in Mercy, and Mercy ended up becoming a member of the Order of Mars. The Order of Mars is not really affiliated with the Cam or the Sabbat. They just work alongside them. Oh, I'm trying to catch everyone up, by the way, Russell.
Cool. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Continue if you want, yeah.
I think we'll leave that there. Oh, right, sorry. We got to cover this. So the White Room. Basically, it's Mercy's mental state, kind of like an imaginary room.
Like the Matrix.
And the people that are inside her mind are the people that she's diablerized. So at the moment, she's got 4 people inside her mind.
So far.
So far.
It's getting crowded in there.
I'm going to have to expand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the White Room has seen a bit of a change. Like, it has always been white, but like if we had invented the White Room earlier, when Mercy wasn't at such a high humanity state, it would have been like dripping blood. It would have been so gory.
Yeah, Mercy came very, very close to losing all of humanity at one point.
So close.
I think she had 2 humanity at one point. It was
yeah.
very close. She was turning into a fucking white, basically. And she recognized this, fortunately, and she made amends and took steps. Now she's on the path of Mars.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in the presence of Remus still. What would you guys like to do? You've been offered to stay.
We wanted to stay. Yeah.
And so,
Vincent, you gotta unmute yourself.
I'm gonna stay.
very well.
I will stay too.
I'm gonna hang out with him for a while. Hang out with his people, get to know what they're like.
Keep your enemies close.
Yeah, not even that. He just wants to find out what
I should like to introduce you to my general. Behold, and forward steps this individual from out of the darkness behind. She is this tall individual with blue dreadlocked hair and a beard, like an Egyptian beard. She's like a she's quite androgynous. Only, one shade, one side of being completely androgynous. You get the impression that she might have been a she at some point. Now she is totally androgynous. I'd like you to meet Lavinia Cleopatra Diomedes. She bows in front of you.
I'm sorry, Nvidia?
Lavinia
Lavinia.
Cleopatra
Cleopatra.
Diomedes.
Diomedes.
Yeah, I'll write it
Okay,
out in
cool.
the chat for you just because that's hard to remember.
Lavinia.
I'll put it in the Twitch chat actually. Lavinia.
Lavinia, okay.
Cleopatra Diomedes. Is that right? Lavinia Cleopatra Diomedes? That looks right. Pretty much. Pretty close.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Merci Adams.
Mercy Adams, she says in this voice that sounds like it has two tracks playing at the same time. It's like there's a masculine voice and a feminine voice speaking through each other at the same time. Greetings.
Greetings.
She salutes to you
Oh,
like a Roman soldier would.
okay.
Ave.
I will try and emulate.
All right, you'd like to make a charisma and performance check, please?
No. No, I do not.
No.
One success.
This is not terrible.
I had 2 dice.
2
It
dice.
was a gamble.
It was a gamble. All right.
Yeah.
Very well. So, Remus leans forward. He says, "So if you are to stay, you will be looking for accommodation."
Yes, my lord, if that would be...
Lavinia, see to their accommodation, will you? Yes, my lord, she says in her 2-track voice. She turns and begins marching towards the back of the chamber. She takes about 10 steps and then stops, looks over her shoulder to see if you're following her.
I will follow.
I am.
All right. So she takes you basically through a different route back to the surface, and it's a much shorter route because after about 10 minutes of walking through yet another labyrinth, you get to an underground elevator that goes up about 10 floors into the basement of a hotel. One moment, please, and I'll tell you which hotel.
Could I do a check on her to see?
Like an aura perception?
That's one.
All right, sure.
2 successes.
Okay,
Tell
she
me.
is a vampire, and she is... I don't know, what sort of... Are you looking for like an emotional state?
I mean, it's nice to know that she's a vampire. Sure. Whatever you can give me. Yeah.
You get the impression, based on the fact that her aura is exceptionally faded, that she might be quite old.
Oh. So how long have you been a vampire for?
She looks over at you. She says, "I do not discuss such things."
So a long time, huh? I'm actually kind of new. I've been a vampire for about 1.5 years. And I've already killed 2 members on the red list. That's crazy, right?
She looks you up and down, and you can make a perception and empathy check.
2.
2. Okay. You get the impression that she has a certain amount of disdain for that statement.
It doesn't bother me.
All right.
Right, so
So the passageway, the elevator comes out at the Palazzo Parigi Hotel and Grand Spa in Milan, in the heart of the fashion district. And she takes you as far as the first floor and opens the elevator, and she says, Speak to Carlos, the concierge. Tell him that Cleopatra sent you.
Will do. Will do.
And the doors.
Hey, do you want to... Oh.
The doors begin to close.
Do you want to come over and play some cards or something?
She takes her hand out of the door and they close. And the elevator starts moving down again.
I think that's where the issue is. If we were to join him, everyone's grumpy here.
A concierge approaches the pair of you. Excuse he says.
Cleopatra, something, rooms for us, something.
I'm sorry,
What-
madam.
what was
I
it-
don't
what did she
know-
say?
I don't know what you're talking about. But you can't be here like this. I'm sorry. You sort of get the impression that this person is looking at the dust and shit that's all over you, and the rips and bullet holes and stuff in your clothes, and
I make
the
sure
general
I
state
like
of disarray.
I wipe a little bit of like the dust off my forehead. I look him in the eyes, and I'm going to dominate him.
All right.
So,
Roll your dominate business.
yeah, I mean it's the best way to get shit done.
Get shit done. Domination.
so-
It's the name of the game. Domination.
Manipulation and leadership. Okay, what I'm saying is, listen to me. Cleopatra says that she's allowing us to have rooms here, and you need to make it happen. Wow.
What did you roll?
4 successes.
He's like, okay, Cleopatra told you that rooms are here for you, available.
You need to make it happen.
I'm so sorry. I don't know Cleopatra. Who are
Are
you
you the right
talking?
person to talk to? Are you the concierge?
I am a concierge here, yes, but perhaps not the one that you're looking for.
Point me to the way of the dude.
Out of game.
Where's-
What did Lavinia Cleopatra Diamond?
I don't remember.
She said, "You know what? You can make a wits and investigation check to see if you can remember."
Well, I personally cannot. So
Shame that you're playing Vincent Barry, because Philippe would remember because he has an eidetic memory.
2 successes.
2 successes. She said, "Speak to Carlos, the concierge."
Okay, right. Carlos. Right, where's Carlos?
Oh, you want to speak with Carlos? We have to go to the desk.
Right. Oh, and then I'm gonna look at him again, and I'm gonna make him forget that this ever happened.
All right, go for your life.
All right.
You know what to roll.
The subterfuge, I do. Okay, sweet. It's not my best roll. Nope, didn't happen. Forget I said anything, and he doesn't have to or anything.
All right.
Anyway,
So you head off to the concierge desk, I assume, then?
yes.
All right. There's 2 people standing at the desk. You notice they have name badges. One of them is Carlos. The other one is a John.
Okay, your turn to speak, Vincent. I'm done here. I'm gonna see if there's something I can pocket.
Something you can pocket.
Yeah,
Like
let's
what?
go look around for something.
Yeah.
You see a rich couple over on the other side at the reception desk, booking in, handing over a platinum credit card. The guy reminds you momentarily of Jason Newberry for a second. He looks a bit like him and has the same kind of attitude, but he's clearly a human, and this looks like he's married and on some sort of business trip, perhaps.
Carlos,
Sir, how can I help you?
Cleopatra sent us.
He nods and passes you a business card. This is my card. Please
Thank
keep
you.
it close. Always have my number. If you have been spoken to by Cleopatra, then I am at your service. What can I do for you, sir?
We'd like some rooms
Of course.
to fit our requirements.
And what
We
can-
are the same as Cleopatra.
Oh, I see. I
Yes,
see.
we have the same disability.
I see. I will take that under advisement, sir. If you please would wait in the waiting room or perhaps even the bar, I will send someone to get you with the key in just a few minutes. Do you have any baggage, sir?
No baggage, but I'd like to use the...
Mercy's got baggage.
In bucket loads.
I'd like to use the shop, if I may, to buy some new clothes.
Of course, sir. I can have something brought to you. Do you need to be sized?
Thank you. I take he knows his own sizes.
His own sizes? Very well.
Yeah.
Please, sir, bear in mind, this is Milano. This is the fashion district. I can send someone to measure you.
This is Romo.
Oh, sorry, yes, this is Rome. This is Italy. And this is the fashion district.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, please, have someone send to me, please.
Very well, I shall do. And I will send someone to the bar to get you your key.
Thank you.
Okay, so you guys head over to the bar?
Mercy's going to head over to the Jason Newbury of Italy.
All right.
And when she's going to try and get his attention by dressing up as, by illusioning herself into a very, very pretty woman.
Okay.
So like Chiara on a good day.
All right. Very good.
She's going to hate me.
You want to make a performance check? Charisma and performance.
Performance. Okay. Nope.
No. Okay, I mean you
Does
can...
that do charisma? Like,
what else would you
what
suggest?
if it's appearance?
No, because you're changing your appearance.
Exactly.
No, you're not making... No, this is about how you manipulate... You can manipulate your appearance.
Right, manipulation.
Manipulation and performance.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give you that. See
one.
See how much leeway I give these fucking players? Are you seeing this? They're just abusing
I have a high
me.
manipulation score in real life.
Right.
So one success.
Well, you botched
Whatever.
that roll by admitting it. Okay. All right, fair enough. So you walk over to him, and he looks up at you momentarily and looks back to what he's doing. He seems a little bit exacerbated. This sounds like, from the conversation that you have overheard, it sounds like their rooms were booked, but they've been cancelled due to some error, some clerical error has happened, and they've lost his credit card number, and he's having to give it to them again.
Right.
He's not really paying that much attention to you.
Is he like giving over a PIN number or anything, or?
No, he just hands over his credit card and his passport.
Right. Okay. So I would like to get his attention.
You can. What you do realize from seeing his passport and credit card is that his name is Lorenzo Alicio.
Okay, in Italian.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, wait, is that Lorenzo? Lorenzo?
He turns around to you.
And
he turns around. Excuse me, who are you?
Excellent. So I'm going to manipulate him into giving me his card, his IFPOS card, and actually, I might manipulate him into buying me a whole bunch of stuff at the stores.
Okay.
So what I'm going to say is, you believe me to be a very beautiful woman, and you want to buy my affection. So you will buy me anything I desire.
His wife slaps you across the face.
Okay, can I make this roll first?
Yes, but she's still
Okay,
going to
cool.
slap you across the face.
I will dodge. You know, just fuckery.
Bit of fuckery.
Yeah.
Bit of
So
the old
4 successes.
4 successes. Okay.
And then a dex dodge.
His mouth drops open, and he looks at you, and he looks at his wife, and he looks back at you, and he says, would you ladies perhaps like to go for a walk? Lorenzo, what has come over you? She slaps him this time. It's like, what the fuck? Nicola, what?
Scusi.
Yeah.
I'm going to just tap on her shoulder and then look at her in the eyes and say, you will entertain this idea that he's going to buy both of us everything we could ever desire.
Okay, make your check.
Okay. Just one success. Okay. Well, that was meh. Not my finest.
She slaps you again.
Dodge.
What the hell is wrong with you? She screams at you. What is this woman doing? Security, take this woman away. She's trying to fleece my husband.
I'm going to look at her again.
Security guards start walking in your direction.
And then I'm going to use a forgetful mind on her. Wow. Okay.
6 successes?
1 6. And that was a dodge check.
That was a dodge check. Okay.
For her slaps. Okay. Okay, so I can remove but not alter memory. Okay.
Vincent is once again watching this thing and going,
All right.
I am going to say, now that I know how to word it, so you will forget that your husband had ever, how am I going to say it? You'll forget this entire moment. Yeah, you'll forget that I was ever here. You'll forget that your husband had ever entertained this.
All right. That's
Just
it.
forget.
Right.
Yeah.
And how many successes do you get this time?
2.
2 successes.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, this is stressful. This is so stressful.
She glazes over and turns back to the counter, and she starts counting out cash from her wallet. And the guy looks at you and he's like, shall we?
Yes.
And you two go walking off to go shopping. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up there, I think, because that's quite a good place.
Yep.
Barry,
My new husband.
Before we do go any further, before we do wrap it up, Barry, do you have anything to add that you feel Vincent would like to drop on the end of there?
oh, no, he just looks with amusement at this whole thing and...
Okay. Do you want to go up to the room? Do you want to
Oh,
leave?
yes.
Should we leave?
I'm going to go up to the room, get changed, get cleaned up.
All right.
And then I'm going to find Mr. Winters, because I know where the van is.
All right. Well, the short of the long of it is that you are put into a penthouse apartment on the top floor of this very, very, very fine hotel.
Yeah.
And it's huge, and it has all the possible amenities. And you quickly recognize that this place has been reinforced and is not just a hotel. It's been fully installed with all the required vampire amenities. That's, everything from shutters and bulletproof glass through to impenetrable bomb-proof fucking sleeping boxes with locks on the inside.
Yeah.
All of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where you are going to leave off. And Mercy, you go shopping with this dude. He buys you whatever the fuck you want to the tune of up to about maybe, if you want to completely bleed him dry, he's got about 1.5 million American dollars equivalent in Italian money. If you spend that money, you will bankrupt him. You will destroy his marriage. You will.
Oh no! I'm thinking probably keep it simple. Maybe 10K.
Okay, no problem.
That's just on like a new outfit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, no worries. And after you've finished with him, do you drink from him or do you just ditch him?
Oh no, he tastes like human. Ew. So I'll erase his memory that this ever happened.
Okay.
And
head back
just
to
say
the hotel.
That the 10K he spent on his wife.
Okay.
I don't know, whatever.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And we shall leave it there then. I guess I will ask Mercy, do you go back to the hotel after all of that?
I will.
Right, so
I will look amazing.
So we'll begin next session in Rome, in the hotel, waking up.
So
Yeah.
he basically wants a chariot race, right? or
Well, he said bring. He said tell Mardon to bring his chariot. That's what he said.
bring his chariot. So I contact the order from the van
Right.
and Gustavus,
Okay.
and I basically say I found him.
All right. So you're sending a report.
Yeah,
Is it a text report?
yeah.
All right. Very good. We're gonna raid somebody now.
Go get him.
So
Get
I'm
him, get him,
thinking
get him.
Hero Zone, Dungeons and Dragons. They got 57 viewers. We're gonna go and flip over there, or we could try. Does anyone know a vampire channel right now? Anyone running vampire right now?
I don't
Drop
know.
over there. That's another option.
We could probably find out.
can have a quick look.
Categories. There's one with like, oh, that's us. Okay, nope.
That's us. No, nobody. All right, we're gonna go with,
No.
we're gonna go with Hero Zone, and
There's a game tomorrow, isn't there?
there is a game
There
tomorrow,
sure
Dag
is.
Dagiel tomorrow. So
Yeah.
if you're watching and you like D&D, come back.
And I will have the fieriest hair.
The fieriest hair. All right,
So
guys.
Okay.
fiery.
So we're
Okay.
raiding now. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
See ya.
See you later.
Bye.
Raid done.
Bye.
And
Oh, nice. Look at us.
Look at
I think we
us.
did pretty well.
Not too bad. Not too shabby.
I mean, I'm going to have to brush up on the Irish accent, but I think it's kind of funny that